Dope addicts are here.
No.
Oh,
No.
hey, he's got the finger up.
It's not on this day.
No.
But it's
He's putting the finger up.
point of interest.
Point of interest.
Okay, well, you got to don't put your finger up like the
okay.
same thing you do.
This is on this day
yeah,
finger?
Yeah,
All
maybe just point at me or something.
How about this?
But why don't you just point directly at me and I'll go, I know it's a point of interest.
Point of interest.
A point of interest.
Because you're
Okay,
actually
that's good.
pointing.
Yeah. Okay.
Rolling Stone published a ranking of the 50 greatest pop punk albums of all time.
Pop punk.
And number 1, Green Day's Dookie. Their
Yeah.
Their first album, right?
Yep.
So what are they, do you have the top 10 right there? What are they? I'm just really curious.
Let's see.
Because I want to know what qualifies as pop punk.
Well, and Billy Joe Armstrong hates the term pop punk, by the way.
He does.
I would think.
Let's see. Milo Goes to College by the Descendants. I know that's one of John Smith's favorites. Take This to Your Grave, Fall Out Boy. Singles Going Steady, Buzzcocks. Generation X by Generation X.
That's considered pop punk?
I guess so. Riot by Paramore. Walk Among Us by Misfits.
That's interesting. That's so. Because they're all kind of they're kind of different styles in
Yeah,
there.
it's catchy. I mean, pop is the thing that I'm sure Billy Joe has a problem with, but it's catchy punk songs.
And it's a thing. A lot of people I was thinking have a problem with Green Day because they are so
popular,
catchy. You know,
but they're
Ryan says Dookie was their first big album. Wasn't their first album. They had 2 before that.
All right. Okay, that's okay. Thanks. Thank you.
But that was the one that made them a thing.
So, and I wanted to again compliment you, Carrie, on the drops that you do in the opening songs. And I was going to ask you, are there a set of them that you always put in? I mean, you've said to yourself, these
he's playing them.
always.
Most of the time.
I mean, it's 4:30 somewhere in the world.
Yeah,
4:20. I mean, somewhere in the world.
Yeah, I try to get.
I look good for 6 a.m.
I try to get.
6 a.m. Glenn.
Yeah, I try to get.
6 a.m. Saddle up the troops.
Try to get.
It's too much for 6 a.m. Dina.
I don't think it's enough.
I try to get.
You try to get all of these.
6 a.m.?
Yep.
Oh.
It's 6 a.m. You're insane.
And of course.
6 a.m. and already the boy ain't right.
I like that one the best.
And I try to get in there, but sometimes
Now, if
I
it's
forget.
now you'll know if it's a song Carrie hates because he'll have the Raising Arizona scream.
No, I
in
don't
it.
always for songs
No?
I hate. Sometimes it just works. Sometimes it just fits.
So there's not a hard and fast rule.
No.
But you try to get all those in. But then sometimes do I hear new ones? Or
Sometimes,
is there just enough variety that?
Sometimes I get in some new ones. Not often. Not as much as I used to.
All right.
There were we had some interns. Who were the girls that went on to do the
Sydney and
Sydney and
Sydney thought
Sydney
that I hated a song if that was in it. And she thought that was. She thought I hated a song if I did that. She thought that was a diss, and I'm like, no, I just like that sound.
Sydney and who? Why can't Allie?
Allie, that was it.
Sydney and Allie.
Loved Sydney and Allie.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're up to. Sydney, Allie, if you're listening, let us know what
Sydney,
you're up to.
I hear from Sydney every once in a while. She's still back. I mean, she's been as a Barnard, I think.
But I think Allie's here somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, let's we
got to officially begin the program.
This doesn't count.
No. All right. No. I want to get to as soon as I can Roy Moore's hemorrhoid joke, but we'll save that for the official show. So right now we just want your check-ins. We want to know what you're doing, how you're feeling, what's going on with you, where you're going, what kind of a job you do. You check in with us in the morning. Hopefully it'll make us feel better and you feel better if you just call us, and somebody will win a Fat Cats gift card. The number is 877-602-9696. That's 877-602-9696. And that will get you in touch with us and have you check in to the Radio from Hell show.
All right, so let's proceed.
Had a rough time today getting out of my bed.
Now, see,
you know what's
there are those who might think this is not a selling point for a mattress. I need to be able to get out of bed.
Well, I sleep.
But
You're so comfortable.
You enjoy it so much that it's hard to get out.
Do you guys have this thought when you wake up in the morning? Like your very first thought is, how soon can I get back here?
Exactly.
Sometimes Mattress Firm. Now I don't see. I don't have any copy anywhere. I have no.
It's their Thanksgiving sale at Mattress Firm.
Is this it? Okay.
I think that's
maybe this would be it. Mattress Firm's sleep giving sale.
Sleep giving. That's what it is.
Yeah, and so I have the adjustable base for my bed, and when you spend $500 on a new mattress at Mattress Firm, you get a free adjustable base, and that's a value of $1,198. Why, that's almost $1,200.
That's a lot of money.
You get that free.
That's a great deal.
Yeah. So happy holidays indeed. Go to Mattress Firm, and you can spend a lot of money on a mattress there or just a little. They have $99 queen mattresses. So go to mattressfirm.com for a store near you.
X96 invites you to open your hearts to the children from the road home, the YWCA Utah, and the Volunteers of America Utah. Make their Christmas merrier by donating gifts to the Candy Cane Corner this holiday season. These children are in need of toys, clothing, shoes, coats, and more, and with your help, they can receive a Christmas. Stop by any Mountain America Credit Union or Xfinity store today and donate. Go to x96.com for a list of needed items and donation drop-off locations.
Hey, Pam. Whoa, what?
You know who's on the line?
Who?
I believe this is the impetus to the first all-day show.
Candace.
Candace?
Yes.
How now, you were there for the first all-day show. Oh yeah.
I was, as Carrie said, I was the something from the radio gods, the idiot or something.
No.
Not so much. He didn't really
The
say
gift
that.
from the radio gods.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, yeah.
But
And
you-
I was the one that brought the alcohol.
You are the first. You were the one who started the tradition of bringing us booze.
Exactly. And I'm so upset. Y'all got pedicures and I didn't.
Well,
I would have liked one.
well,
You should have asked.
Well, I was in and out of the house all day.
Candy Bear.
Well, then you couldn't.
And then you couldn't have
Well,
gotten
but
one anyway.
Candy Bear. I'm not sure what.
Not. Did you say Candy Bear?
Yeah.
Or Maddie Bear?
Candy Bear.
Oh, that's cute.
You're
Better
my-
than Candy Ass.
You're my little Candy Bear.
Who is this?
Don't you know?
Who
No,
is,
I don't know.
who is this?
It's your mother.
I think
Hi.
Candy's
Candy?
been drinking today already.
Candy, hi, it's Mitt
No,
Candy, hi,
I
it's Mitt
haven't.
Romney.
Candace,
Ew.
do you have any idea what you're listening to or where you are?
It's a country station, and I'm in Texas. No, of course I do, you silly gooses. That
Candy,
was ridiculous.
Candy Bear.
Don't call me Candy, please. My dad hated that.
It's Candace.
It's Candace, Carrie.
Yes, it's Candace.
If
still,
your
and
dad
I
hated
will-
that, he shouldn't have named you Candace.
Yeah.
He's no longer living. That's rude.
Well,
sorry.
I'm sure his feelings are hurt.
Did you call us Candace?
Yes,
she-
I did, and
she
I
did.
meant to get abused.
Okay, because I thought maybe the interns had called you and then
No, nobody
just picked your name
remembers.
out of a phone book or something. Nobody
You
remembers.
wish.
Nobody remembers what, Candace?
Any of this.
Any of
And I'm even on the CD, and I'm so sad.
She's
I'm
she's
joking.
the phone call. She's the reason.
For Carrie's
She's the
story.
reason that we
The
did that because
story.
I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
tell my Hawaii story.
No, it
or
was your Vegas.
Vegas.
My Vegas story.
Vegas
my
story,
Vegas
that's
story.
right.
Exactly.
And
And Carrie, I saw you at that one clothing store. I don't remember.
You remember, Carrie?
was
Oh,
was I
yeah,
was I was I buying my garments?
It was that
Was
one
it that
clothing
one?
store.
That one
No.
clothing store?
I don't know what you call him. Come on, help me out. A thing.
You
a
know.
management,
A thing.
Whatever.
I can.
Oh, was it a remote?
You know, I can see why you were the impetus for the all-day show because it takes all day to get anything out of
Holy
you.
crap! You've been doing this all day. I'm tired too, and yes, other whatever.
She's
but
drunk.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm just embarrassed.
Oh.
Candy Bear?
This is the note you want to go out on,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah,
No, Candace, you've been rickrolled. I'm sorry.
God bless you, Candace.
All right.
I'm glad that somehow you started the all-day show, but no, that's not the note we want to go out on.
Well, we got 20 minutes.
But as with all of our all-day shows, I seem to remember that they go out not with a bang, but a whimper.
I've been whimpering for the last hour and 20 minutes.
They just kind of peter out at the end. So,
Well, Gina, I'm used to your whimpering.
It's what I do.
From Hell Show on X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
There we go.
All right. So what we do from this point on, this is official. This is
where it counts.
On the record. This is it will stay on our permanent records.
Oh.
So we'll officially begin the program now.
Brought to you by Outperforming the Others Performance Toyota Bountiful with the exciting 2018 Toyota Camry at a price that will put a smile on your face.
All right, there's still just a little bit of moon out there. It's 1.1% of full. The next full moon, December 3rd at 8:46 a.m., and the moon, it'll rise today, but yeah, you won't see it because it's a little tiny thing, and it'll be almost light. It'll rise today at 6:17 a.m. Today being Friday, it's the 17th day of November in the year of our Lord 2017. And this is North America's most avoided radio broadcast. Ooh. It's Radio from Hell, starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Carrie Jackson.
All right.
I'm Bill Allred. That over there, Gina Marie Barberi. The senior executive producer of the Radio from Hell show is Richard Thomas Stedman. He's also the lady-in-waiting to the show. Let's see, Dylan Allred is producing video for the Radio from Hell show. You can see us live and various pictures with the news stories at x96.com/live. And we have two people helping out on the show.
Lousy with interns.
Yeah, we have Nick's your buddy, Nick's your pal, and Katie for short. Both of them here. I said, what's up with that? And they said, we just kind of screwed up the schedule.
Well,
both showed up at the same time.
Well, we got a project for one of them.
Yeah, well,
whoever wants to go through those boxes.
Oh yeah,
underneath my desk.
Thanks. I'm glad you remember.
We need to find the picture of Bill and I with Michael Palin from Monty Python.
Yeah, we're in Abbey Studios in London. We interviewed Michael Palin many years ago, and I think it would. So I'm moderating the thing with John Cleese on Sunday night, and I thought it would be interesting for me to be able to show him that picture.
So one of you volunteer to do that. Find that picture. It's in those boxes under my desk.
Okay.
All right.
Google Michael Palin so you know what he looks like.
I was going to say you probably won't even recognize Carrie and I because we look way different.
Is this back when you had long hair and Carrie had long hair and you had short hair?
Is it that far back?
That far back.
Oh, geez.
You with your glasses and me in a t-shirt and. All right.
You might have been wearing your White Sox T-shirt.
I never had a White Sox.
Blue one?
I never had a White Sox T-shirt.
Was it another baseball team?
No.
All right.
Check-ins are brought to you by a crash occurring every 8 minutes. So to help save lives, law enforcement will be writing tickets for those who aren't buckled up. Support zero fatalities. Click it or ticket.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention it is Novel Writing Month. It's also Take a Hike Day today.
Take a hike.
And it's Homemade Bread Day.
Ooh. All right.
All right.
Okay, let's begin the check-ins with Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly.
Oh, Kimberly, are you parked in your car outside the window there?
I am.
Yeah, so we got to wave to Kimberly.
Which car? Oh, there
she's parked there. And it proves how vulnerable we are, by the way.
We're exposed.
So, Kimberly, I know you got to go down to the parking garage, and why don't you do that and have a wonderful day?
Yes, I don't think I'm going to give much percent today. I got some very disturbing news from my best friend last night. Just had to call and say hi to you guys. You guys always make me smile. So.
All right.
Hopefully, Kimberly, we're not disturbing anybody. So.
Yes.
No. This was some really bad news.
Well, we're not going to ask you.
That should never happen.
We're not going to.
No, I say it on the radio.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Kimberly.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Bye-bye. Let's go to Rick.
Mr.
Rick. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Are you still in bed, Rick?
No, I'm making homemade bread.
Ooh, because it's homemade bread day.
That's wonderful.
You bet.
So that yeasty smell, and then you let it rise, and then what's really fun is to punch it down and let it do a second rise. Oh.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. What's your profession, Rick? Are you a bread baker?
I wish I were. If that were the case, I would be loving life. No,
yeah. So you hate your job. You hate.
Yeah, work in an office.
All right, Rick.
Yeah, just work in an office.
Yeah.
I'm a Dilbert.
Do you care to share anything else with us, or shall we say, move along?
Move along, man.
Move along, then.
Good call, Rick.
Thanks for checking in.
Thank you very much. Let's see what Tony is up to.
Thanks for checking in, Tony. What's up with you today?
Just chilling.
You're chilling.
You sound like you're a guy who likes his chilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Tony. Then.
Tony,
keep up the good work,
Tony. Did you think that we weren't going to take your call? I just curious.
No, Carrie, he's chilling.
He's just chilling.
I thought about it. I thought about that. I was looking to get probably answered.
Because you seem surprised.
No, I don't think he seems anything.
He's just chilling, Carrie.
He's just chilling.
All right.
Hey, Tony, good job at chilling.
All right.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
He was really chilling.
Okay, he was chilling so much.
Yeah.
That he was near coma chilling.
Mixer driver Shane from Taiwan, go ahead and give 0%. I'm taking the day off to go duck hunting.
Okay. Les, the hairstylist here. It's my day off. I couldn't be happier. Why are you up so early on your day off? Thanks for keeping me company while I feed the baby. I'll be listening for a while while I doze for as long as she will allow this morning. There we go.
Morning, Meg the manager got a few days off, abandoning my family and headed to Lava. Going up to Lava.
By herself. That's telling.
With friends.
Oh,
She's leaving her family going.
Mahatma Gandhi checking in.
Yes. Really?
Let's beat this morning to a bloody pulp.
I don't think that's
not very Gandhi-esque.
Oh, and Tim the Tree Guy says, happy birthday to Meg the manager. That's why she's
Look, we got a full bank of phones again
here. There we go. All right, let's go to Mike.
Mike, thanks for checking in with the Radio from Hell show on X96. What, Mike, pray tell, are you doing today?
I just started a new job this week. I'm on my way there now.
What is it, Mike? What's the new job?
I'm driving a forklift still, but it pays quite a bit more.
That's great. I always wanted
a flour mill in Ogden.
At a flour mill. Now, is it a Heister brand forklift?
The brand is a Crown.
A Crown forklift. I've always wanted to drive a forklift. So
they're weird. Like the gas pedal, if you push the left side, it goes forward. The right side, it goes backwards.
Now, why did they do that?
I don't know.
Why did they do that?
Confuse me.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more exciting adventures of hoisting flour around the mill.
Hoisting.
See you later, Mike.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Let's go to, let's see, this is Ron. Hello, Ron.
Ron, what's up with you today?
Oh, just sitting in the parking lot at work waiting to go in because I don't want to.
Are you
I
sitting there
don't
with
wanna.
Are you sitting there with Kimberly?
I
Nope,
don't
don't
wanna.
I don't know. I don't want to go to work. What time are you supposed to be in there, Ron?
I kind of get to make up my own schedule, but I was hoping to be there about an hour ago.
Are you having a cigarette, Ron, or a little coffee, or
No,
what
no.
just sitting there?
Just energy drink and looking at the rain.
Yeah.
Then going in, but
You know, you don't. It's not too late to just start that old car up and just go back home, Ron.
well, I could do that, but I already called in on Monday, so you know.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, get
Can't
to
do
work
it twice in a week.
All right.
Get to work.
Thank you. Let's go to Katie. Hello, Katie.
Katie, what's
Good
up?
morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What are you doing today?
I'm driving to work in this rain.
Yeah. Well, you probably shouldn't be talking on the phone.
Yeah, there were a couple of.
Hey, I'm on my headset. I'm following the law.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. All right.
All right, Katie. That's just fine.
Good for
Happy
you.
Friday. You guys make my day every day. I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you.
Thank
Katie.
you.
You know,
Thank
that's our mission. Right before the show, Carrie, Gina, and I huddle up
Get
and
like
we
a-
say, "Let's make sure it's a good one for Katie today." And then
This
we
one's
go,
for Katie.
I'll take
and then we
it.
say,
right.
"Break." So, all
Thanks,
right.
Katie.
See ya.
Great.
All
Thank
right,
you.
teacher friend of the program. I need 100% until 8, and then you do what you want.
Okay.
But I do need thoughts and prayers. I'm taking 120 8th graders on a field trip today. Oh my God!
That sounds painful.
You're on your own. You know, I see those teachers out on the streets of downtown Salt Lake herding these kids.
Oh yeah.
Across,
I just
in crosswalks and stuff, and I think, and sometimes it's just one teacher with a 15, 20, 25 kids, and I'm just thinking, this is a brave thing to do, and you've got to be so vigilant, and they're all just these dumb little kids who are going, oh.
But those are eighth grade. Eighth graders are different kind to keep
Yeah, that's
track
true.
of.
Yep. Good morning from Atlanta. You better give mostly 100% because the South is getting ready to rise again.
Oh, great.
You lost. You guys lost.
Shelly checking and starting work at a cafe in Provo for my 16-hour shift. Oh, that can't be good.
At a cafe?
Yeah.
Not good at all.
How do you send tips to the people cooking, actually? Or do you send tips to them?
No.
Sometimes servers.
Sometimes
do they
you share
split?
them.
Yeah,
Do they all split it?
Yeah, sometimes they put all either the cooks and the servers. They put it all in a big pot.
Well, all right. I guess we have to start.
Oh.
All right.
Rain, wet roads, multiple crashes and delays to start your Friday morning drive. Crash eastbound I-80 near the 201 freeway. Left lane is blocked both directions with emergency vehicles. High-speed chase ended in a crash at 106 South, just east of State Street in Sandy. It looks like they're still working on that accident, even though it happened about an hour ago. Find an alternate route between State Street and 7th East. And Bill, I tried to find a news story about that. I haven't seen anything yet, but I'll
Apparently, there was a high-speed chase.
Well,
in there
yeah, but
somewhere.
I don't know. Don't know why, or
Yeah.
we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Thank you.
Get a huge variety from Del Taco's Buckin' Under menu, like the new $1 queso chicken rollers made with creamy queso, or $1 mini shakes. Only at Del Taco. Participation may vary.
Katie was out there following the law by having her headset on while she talked on the phone in her car. I'm pretty sure she also had her seatbelt on.
Yes, that's also the law.
Yeah.
Click it or ticket.
You know what? So think of this: an unbuckled crash. What is that? What do you think of? It's terrible, is what you think of.
Having been in a couple of buckled crashes, I can't imagine what would have happened to me had I been unbuckled.
I was in one crash where I was buckled, but there were people in my car who were not, and I was the only one uninjured. In the car. So click it or ticket is what we're talking about. The Utah Highway Patrol and all law enforcement agencies want to make sure no family experiences the loss of loved ones during the holidays or any time. So make sure when you get in your car, put on your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket. Click it or ticket.
John Smith kicks off a 1-hour non-stop music wingding at the conclusion of Radio from Hell on X96.
One of the most iconic.
instead of spiders.
Did they get the bat? Do we have, a bat update?
I don't think so.
It's still here. I'll bet it's dead.
Great.
That
That's
means it's
gonna
going to start
smell.
stinking.
That's how we'll find it.
Yeah, that's exactly how you'll
You have
find
to
it.
wait till it stinks up. Stinks up.
Stinks up the joint.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we got coming up in just a few moments.
Hello, yeah, what?
If you didn't get a chance to check in, this is your chance to call in and talk to us about anything.
Hello, yeah, what?
Coming up in about 10 minutes, 877-602-9696. Let's see, time for Big Boy News and Opinioendo now, brought to you by...
This holiday season, dine, drink, and shop local. Visit Central 9th District featuring Mediterranean, Small Plates and Wine Bar, Laziz Kitchen, Middle Eastern Food, Blue Copper Coffee, Troubadour Salon, Waterwitch Cocktails, and Jade Market Grocers, just a few steps from the 9th South Track Station.
Well, I've been keeping my finger on the pulse of this story. I've been following it. I have inside sources in Los Angeles to see if Charles Manson is still clinging to life, and he is still clinging to life.
Because he's just that evil.
He's been very ill. He was transferred from the prison to a hospital. He's surrounded by guards because he will try to escape. I don't know. And I think he just wants to rest. And he's probably done, but still clinging to life.
Again, he's on Gina's Deadpool
now,
and he's an ornery bastard. I'll bet he hangs on till January.
No,
Yeah.
although that'd be just like him.
Yep.
Yeah, for those of us who know Charles,
that'd be just
that
like
would
him.
be just like him. So here's a story for you, Gina. A homeless man. I bear in mind this is very gross, but I know you like these stories. A homeless man posed for photos with his dead wife, along with their newborn and their toddler, before dismembering her body in a Kansas City hotel room.
Posed with pictures?
Yeah, Justin Ray, who was arrested last month after being found with the remains at a Kansas storage unit, was charged Wednesday with abandonment of a corpse and child endangerment. There will be other charges. Court records say he told police that his wife died after giving birth. Ray told police he dismembered her body in a bathtub 2 days later with the children watching.
2 days later?
Yeah.
God, geez.
Ray then put some of her body parts in a large cooler and disposed of the remains that didn't fit. According to a search warrant, hotel management said Ray tried to disguise his voice as a woman's when he called the front desk to check out. The warrant says surveillance video shows him pulling a red cooler with a plastic bag on top out of the hotel while pushing a stroller with a toddler walking beside him. So you love this story, though, don't you?
I mean, but so she
Don't-
died giving birth in the hotel room.
Right, so he just-
And, it's okay to call the police and say, my wife died giving birth.
I think there are some issues either here of mental deficiency or perhaps insanity.
My favorite part of the story is calling the front desk to check out, disguising his voice as
I'm
a
a
woman.
lady.
And
I'm a beautiful woman.
I'm the woman who just gave birth in room 312 and I'm fine, but we're going to check out.
Don't come up here till we're gone.
Yeah, I don't
have the cleaning crew come up for a little while. All right, so Carrie, you were wondering about this. We were all wondering about it. A spokesman for the Utah Attorney General's office confirmed yesterday that the state will not appeal a ruling by a federal judge that found unconstitutional the state's law barring depictions of sex or full frontal nudity in places that serve alcohol. The spokesman declined further comment on how the AG's office arrived at that decision, but what that means is the law is dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The state's public acknowledgement that it was not appealing the case is buried in a 41-page memorandum filed this week in the case where the state argues against paying all of the money, over $500,000 that Broovy's lead attorney, former Salt Lake City Mayor Rocky Anderson, asked. So they're trying to avoid paying that. But
when you say the law is dead, does that mean?
You bet we can drink.
and-
We're gonna start having naked women in bars everywhere, and you can serve alcohol.
Well, I don't mean naked women bar, but it's a serious question. Does that mean you can drink in a strip club now?
Apparently.
If the strip club is now, does that mean that pasties go away?
No, I don't think it would have anything to do with that. No. It's
Well, I
only
mean, that's-
the
Well,
law.
no, because what Carrie's saying is right now it's pasties
'Cause
and
if you're-
alcohol.
Yeah.
No, it's
Because if it's complete nude, it's no
It's
booze.
no booze. That's
but
what
if
Carrie's
it's booze,
saying.
it's pasties and
Yeah.
G-strings.
We need some
And
clarification.
that's the law
on-
right now for strip clubs.
Let's see.
I wonder if this law even is pointed at strip clubs. I wonder if it's just anything but. I wonder if
we
they have
need
their
some
own law.
clarification.
So this story in the Salt Lake Tribune, it takes a different tack, and it just talks about the money, the payment to the lawyer, but the headline says Broovies killed a law that banned nude art and alcohol.
Yeah,
nude art.
Yeah, or just
so
dancing is an art.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But
so apparently the clubs that I would say that if that's the case, the clubs that have totally nude dancers right now, and there are a couple of them. I've never been, but they're around, I guess.
Mhm.
They can only serve soft drinks.
Yeah.
But now I would think they can serve alcohol. See what the problem will be, though, is getting a license.
Getting licensed. But that's what I'm asking, is that there are places that have liquor licenses that are pasties and G-strings.
Will they
because of
take
that.
those off?
Does that mean that the pasties
I
and
don't know.
G-strings go?
I don't know.
I don't think that is what this law is addressing. I think it's stuff like Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
And
let's see. We'll get a deal.
And specifically porn theaters. I think this is what this was pointed at, right?
Yeah, it was. We'll get a clarification.
Yeah. Ben Winslow.
Now, or maybe Ed knows.
Ed might.
So now, Orrin Hatch. Let's get to that.
Yes.
Orrin Hatch.
So angry.
They're holding hearings. He's the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, and they're holding hearings on this Republican tax overhaul that they want to do. And most people who don't give it away. Most people who are knowledgeable about this stuff and who have examined both the House and the Senate plans say this is a shoddily put together piece of legislation, and it will hurt people who are middle income, and it lets the rich off the hook. That's what this tax bill will do.
Mm-hmm.
So Senator Hatch holding a hearing, and a Democrat, Senator Sherrod Brown from Ohio, said to Orrin Hatch, "This is a tax cut for the rich," and they really got into it. Let's see what we have the audio here.
Poor people. And I've been here working my whole stinking career for people who don't have a chance. And I really resent anybody saying that I'm just doing this for the rich. Give me a break. I think you guys overplay that all the time, and it gets old. And frankly, you ought to quit it.
Mr. Chairman, the public
wait a minute. I'm not through. Okay. I get kind of sick and tired of it. True, it's a nice political play.
Well, Mr.
But
Chairman,
it's not true.
With all due respect, I get sick and tired of the richest people
Regular
in the
order,
country
Mr. Chairman.
getting richer and
Regular order.
Right, it's just kind of.
Oh no! It's
Regular order.
middle class.
Wait a minute.
Regular order.
And over and over again.
Wait just
How many
a second.
times do we do this before we learn this?
Listen,
now listen to this.
I've honored you by allowing you to spout off here. And what you said was not right. That's all I'm saying. I come from the lower middle class originally. We didn't have anything. So don't spew that stuff on me. I get a little tired of that crap. And let me just say something. If we work together, we could pull this country out of every mess it's in. And we could do a lot of the things that you're talking about, too. And I think I've got a reputation of having worked together with Democrats.
Let's start with Chip.
Chip.
Not starting with Chip. I did it. I've done it for years. I've got more bills.
Start with Chip today.
I got more bills passed than everybody on this committee put
See,
together.
that's what it's about.
And they've been passed for the benefit of people in this country.
Start with Chip.
Now, all I can say is I like you personally very much, but I'm telling you, this bull crap that you guys throw out here really gets old after a while. To do it right at the end of this was just not right.
That's Orrin.
He has to do it right at the end of this because you guys have just thrown this tax bill out there and we haven't had a chance to look at
And
it.
Chip is a perfect example.
Perfect example.
Chip, that's the Child Health and Insurance Program that
Which
covers.
hasn't been funded since October.
Right. Yeah. It hasn't been funded. And Orrin Hatch created that legislation with Ted Kennedy, a Democrat. And so he points to that as, see, I cooperate with Democrats. I don't know another time he has in 35 years.
And this is not about it's the right tax plan. It's about passing something. You heard him. He said, I've passed more bills. This isn't, he doesn't care whether it's good or not. He doesn't care whether he doesn't even, I don't think he's even aware of what's in it. Yeah. It's all about a win. Yeah. It's all about one in the win column. That's all they care about.
Right. Okay, let's see. Kellyanne Conway says the president, Donald Trump, is too busy to worry about commenting on the Roy Moore situation in Alabama.
Too busy.
He's too busy to do that.
Yep.
He's not, however, too busy to comment on Al Franken.
Al Frankenstein.
President Trump lashed out at Senator Al Frankenstein, Democrat of Minnesota, in 2 suggestive Twitter posts late Thursday night after the senator was accused by a Los Angeles radio newscaster of kissing and groping her more than a decade ago. Leanne Tweeden, the newscaster, made the allegation. We talked about this yesterday. She, by the way, has said, I accept Al Franken's apology. I think he's sincere, and I'd kind of like to just let this go now. That is enough for me.
And Al himself has said,
investigate.
Let's investigate it then.
Yeah, he said he said, I think it's horrible, that picture. Yeah. I think it's horrible. Well, where do his hands go in pictures? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 while she sleeps, Trump wrote. Al Frankenstein. So he's not too busy to give some note to that.
Yeah.
But way too busy to get into.
It's one of yours.
Yeah.
When it's
But, you know, I'm going to make a prediction. I think Al Franken is going to have to end up leaving the Senate, which I'm very sorry for.
I don't think he will.
Gina, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, when those guys start slamming you, and they all slammed Al Franken on TV.
Mm-hmm. Everyone has.
They say, I think Colbert said, I don't think there are any good people left. And so when those people start doing it, I think it's, you know, I hate to say that that's the barometer of what of life today, but it kind of is. And they're saying he's toast, so I kind of think it is. Let's see, are we out of time here?
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Unless Gina has some sports weather traffic, that is.
Well, tragedy.
What's that?
Sports tragedy.
What? Oh, yes.
What?
The Fight Doctor.
Oh, Freddie Pacheco. I saw that. Yeah.
89. He was Muhammad Ali's
trainer,
ringside physician.
Yeah.
The Fight Doctor.
Yeah, he was
dead. We'll do more in-depth sports with our good friend Tom Hackett coming up later on. We'll talk about
8:45. Yeah.
Upcoming U game. The Utes won last night in basketball, though, pretty handily, 77-59 over Mizzou.
Okay.
The Jazz are on the road tonight playing at Brooklyn 5:30. That's your sports. Weather, it came. The rain, there it is.
It came really hard and fast, and then it stopped.
Yeah, it's just kind of, and it will be off and on like that throughout the day. Now, they're saying it's going to get cold enough to snow later this afternoon into the evening. It's actually fairly warm right now, but it will cool off, and it'll be pretty chilly tomorrow morning. We'll be below freezing tomorrow morning. They're saying upper 20s, perhaps. Coming today to your locally owned and operated Big O Tires for their buy 3 tires, get 1 free sale now through November 26th. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Hail is making for a bad drive in Tooele County. It's covered I-80, making for a slick commute, and backups remain on SR-36 from an earlier crash. I've actually heard from a couple of friends of the program via our text stream about Tooele. And we've got a rollover crash, southbound I-15 approaching 650 north in Clearfield. The car's upside down in the median with emergency vehicles blocking the left lane and shoulder. Now there's a secondary crash in that same area. Cars have plowed into the left barrier, keeping traffic slow. So this is our first wintry, slick morning out.
Apparently pouring in Ogden. It says raining hard and fast up north. Quite a bit of cooling. Hydroplane twice.
This fall, keep the whole family warm and dry at IFA with 20% off all Wrangler outerwear. IFA Country Stores, helping grow the things you love.
Our friend Wade Taylor, attorney, has weighed in on the...
Wade has weighed in?
Yes, on the whole Broovies thing. He said, I would say there is probably, and this is his opinion, probably a distinction between depictions of nude women and actual nude women. So strip clubs and booze probably still outlawed. So that's... Probably.
And you could make, where the nitpick they would probably make that distinction. Yeah. Thanks, Wade.
Hello, yeah, what?
This is our very, very well, it's moderately popular.
No, people love this.
Radio,
they go nuts for Hello, Yeah, What.
They don't. Nobody likes the check-ins, but they go crazy for Hello, Yeah, What.
Hello, yeah, what?
It's a chance for you to call the radio station and just talk about anything you want to. We'll take your questions. We'll listen to your statements. We'll maybe even accede to your demands. So call 877-602-9696. And just, it's kind of a burden on people, though, because we don't really, we're not giving you any direction. Anything you want to talk about.
It's kind of dangerous if you think about it.
Well, it really is. And there are people in the radio business who say, you guys are really stupid for doing this. But
there are other radio shows that don't even take phone calls on a directed topic. They don't even dare do that. They record phone calls and play them back later.
Yeah.
We just do this live.
Or like at KSL, except for the morning guy, they do an answering machine and they play back comments on the answering machine. So 877-602-9696.
Hello, yeah, what?
And this feature could fail spectacularly.
Because nobody's calling.
Because no one's calling.
But you could,
But that's why we're told we shouldn't do it.
You could talk about politics, or you can promote something.
Yeah.
You can
bitch. You can bitch.
You can take us to task for something. Yeah. All you have to do is call 877-602-9696.
About your Thanksgiving plans that are coming up.
What? You're going out of town?
Yes.
Well, I was going to just talk about this quickly.
Oh yeah, there we go.
While the phone calls are coming in, so we found these pictures. I think we talked about this in the opening of the show. So Sunday night, I'm going to be moderating a discussion with John Cleese at the Eccles Theater. We're show Monty Python, and then there's it's like 90 minutes afterwards discussion with John Cleese. And so Carrie reminded me that we had actually had a picture taken years ago. I don't think there's a date on here. There is.
Is there? I don't recall if I wrote a date on it or not.
91.
91.
Could that be 1991? I think it is.
Yeah.
So Carrie and I were in London, and we interviewed a member of the Monty Python troupe, Michael Palin. And here is a picture of Carrie and I with Michael Palin. And so the interns found it, and I'm going to take this and show it to John Cleese, and he'll probably just go, "Oh yeah, that's Michael, all right."
Yeah, I know him.
I've had my picture taken with him.
Yeah, but so
if you go to x96.com/live.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
You probably won't recognize Carrie and Bill.
Carrie's the one on the left. Now, what does that T-shirt you're wearing say?
Late Night with David Letterman.
Okay. I think that's the one
Late
I thought.
Night with David Letterman. I got that when we were in New York.
I think that's the one I thought was the baseball shirt.
You look like a lumberjack. Are you okay?
Yeah, for some reason, I had a couple of those Pendleton shirts that I thought were cool.
I still have that suit jacket. It's a shiny red, it's either a waiter or you're in a doo-wop band,
Now,
why do you have that?
I got it at DI.
Carrie used to love those.
Yeah.
Now, here's another picture. Do you still have that one, Dylan? It's Carrie and I with Howard Jones. And that's me on the left.
Yeah.
That's a KJQ shirt I'm wearing.
Yep.
And I was thinking of maybe taking that one and showing John Cleese and say, "Hey, look, here's Carrie and I with Michael All right. Oh, we got some calls.
He's British?
Yes. Here we are with someone British. You know them?
Yeah.
You all know each other.
You all know each other.
Yeah.
Here you go, Greg.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Greg.
How we doing this morning?
Good, Greg. What do you got?
Hey, I was just actually going through some of my old junior high and high school stuff the other day, and I found a KJQ cow, and I was just thinking this time of year how much I miss the KJQ Christmas cows that I would get and put on my car.
Our stickers, yes.
Yes, we did a series of different cow stickers for when we were working at the radio station KJQ because we had a milk truck that we drove around town, and we painted up the milk truck to look like a cow, black and white spots, and then we actually would give away milk.
Yes.
Cream of Weber milk to people. And then, so the stickers, we did cows, and the Christmas cow had a green wreath around its neck, I remember.
Yes.
Sorry, we don't do that anymore.
Santa hat.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, Santa hat.
Thanks for about 30 years of memories, though.
Sure. Thank you, Greg.
That's nice.
All right, have a good day.
Remember when we used to do fun things?
Well, I don't think people like
stickers. We can't have nice things anymore.
I don't think people like stickers that much anymore, do they?
We still make them. I don't think that we should. People don't put them on their cars anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
All right. Logan is here. Hello.
Logan.
Hello, yeah, what?
Logan.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Awesome. I just wanted to call. My wife's actually still asleep because she's not a morning person, but I just want to give her a shout out into the radio universe of how awesome she is. Her name is Jacqueline Whitmore.
Aww.
She's just an awesome mom. She runs our small business. We own a vintage store called Copper Hive Vintage in Sugar House, and she's just taken it from a tiny little flea market on the weekends thing to a brick and mortar store in the last couple of years.
Cool.
And so I just wanted to give her a shout out.
Sure. Give me the name of the store again, and I'll stop in.
Yeah, it's Copper Hive Vintage.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So we're right on 7th East and 2200 South, right next to the tracks line.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Logan.
Okay, Logan.
That was nice.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. I always enjoy listening to you on the way to work.
Thank you very much. All right.
Hello, yeah, what?
We'll continue after these. We got our. Maybe we should take this call now because he's calling from London.
Okay.
Yeah, quickly.
Let's see, our London friend of the program.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hello.
Much obliged, gentlemen and lady.
Cheerio.
How's the new baby?
Great. Sleeping well, eating like a champ.
Good.
Got her registered at the embassy yesterday.
Good,
It was a mess, but
so
she's a citizen now.
So you have to register so she'll be an American citizen.
No, he was hoping to make her a British citizen, right?
Yeah, if the parents are U.S. citizens and it's born abroad, then it's by default a U.S. citizen born abroad.
Yeah.
But so you wanted her to be a British citizen?
Well, yeah, you got to take care of the NHS over here.
That's right.
National Health Service.
Yeah, that anchor baby now. You can stay there.
How much did that cost to have that baby?
$3.
So, what's your name, sir?
London FOP.
London FOP.
Good enough, all right.
All right, you'd prefer it that way. That's fine.
But you like that health care over there, huh?
Absolutely love it. I got a shoulder surgery coming up that's not going to cost me a dime.
I
should say.
But I hear people hate it, and they're always having to wait, and they come to America for treatment.
But I keep getting told by Mr. Hannity.
It takes longer, I'm not going to lie, but I can't complain about it being free.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for calling London
Thank
FOP.
you, sir.
You betcha. Thanks,
right,
gentlemen.
bye-bye. Okay, we will continue.
Hello, yeah, what?
I'm a gentleman.
That's a Utah boy.
I'm a gentleman.
That's a Utah
That's
boy.
right.
Betcha. You betcha.
We'll get back to Hello, Yeah, What after these, so hang on, 877-602-9696.
We have nastiness. Tooele County is bad. There's hail out there. Covering I-80, making for a slick commute there. There's backups remaining on SR-36 from an earlier crash. Crash southbound I-15 approaching 4th South exit in Salt Lake City has the car facing the wrong direction against the shoulder. Traffic is backing toward Warm Springs Road. 2 accidents southbound I-15. One is a rollover crash, 650 north in Clearfield, and one is a crash southbound 15 near Riverdale Road in Ogden. Cars have plowed into the left barrier, keeping traffic slow from the earlier crash as well. So the roads are definitely wet and slick in places, so give yourself some extra time this morning. That's traffic brought to you by the news you trust from the most experienced team in Utah 2 News. Check out the new KUTV.com.
All right, thank you very much. Well, let's Hello, Yeah, What continues after these. Real quick, it's the Gray Whale Entertainment Report. Friday is the international release date for all music, so that means that there's new music, movies, games, and records to pick up at a locally owned and operated Gray Whale location. Here's what you got. Music, 9 Inch Nails, their new one, called Not the Actual Events. Morrissey's new one. It's called Low in High School. It's out today. Sharon Jones, her new one, Soul of a Woman. Green Day's greatest hits album is out today. It's called God's Favorite Band.
Oh, nice.
Killers, their LP reissue. It's an album, a vinyl, Hot Fuss is out. And 9 Inch Nails has released some albums, LPs, vinyl, of The Fragile, Downward Spiral, Broken, and Add Violence. So if you're a fan of 9 Inch Nails, you probably want the vinyl, don't you? Movies, Atomic Blonde. I'm dying to see this. Brigsby Bear is out today.
Well, that's supposed to be good.
It's Mark Hamill and
that was
for the
filmed-
Saturday Night Live people.
Yeah, and it was filmed here.
Yeah. Sundance film. Wind River is out today, and Preacher Season 2 is out today. Special holiday weekly in-store sale. All LPs, that's your vinyl, new or used. Buy one, get one half off. That's a deal. All CD, DVD, Blu-ray are buy two, get one free. That's a deal. All toys, the Funko Kid Robot, they got a great selection of toys there. Buy two, get one free. These deals cannot be combined with any other offer and run until close on Tuesday of the 22nd. So stay tuned for more weekly offers. Go to GrayWhaleSLC.com. I'm sure all the information is there. Trade in your old stuff for new stuff. Like them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Gray Whale SLC. That is your Gray Whale Entertainment Report.
This is Todd Newcomb. If you like the old school classics from the 90s, if you like the old stuff from the 80s, even some of the stuff from the early 2000s, join me every Sunday morning for X96 Classic.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! In this episode, we find an old adversary of Butch and Lehigh planning their demise.
So, bounty hunter, you will bring me Christiansen?
Jabba the Hutt was very fond of his rancor. He would pay me more for a complete set of missionaries.
Christiansen made me look weak in front of the Emperor. Only by turning Christiansen to the dark side will I be able to regain my place by the Emperor's side. Sell him to that slug, Jabba. I have arranged to have the elders meet you on Bespin. There you can ambush them without anyone noticing.
If these elders bested you and the Emperor, how do you expect me to transport them back to you?
I prefer my elders frozen. There is a carbonite facility on Cloud City. That should make transporting them simple.
Have my credits ready. I'll be right back.
Here we are, Butch. Cloud City. It sure looks like the holograms they showed us in school.
I don't know, Lehigh. I always get nervous when I stand on a city that's floating miles above the surface. Are you sure this is the right place?
Zone Leader Hanson said that we're supposed to meet someone here named Lando Calrissian, right here on Bespin.
Well, church records on this Calrissian fellow show him to be a gambler, smuggler, womanizer, and a penny stock manipulator. Are you sure this is the guy?
Well, maybe he's ready to turn over a new leaf. Oh, I think that's him right there.
Hi, and welcome to Cloud City. I'm Lando Calrissian. I run the mining operation here on Bespin. Could I offer you a beverage? Perhaps some malt?
I love a malt.
Liquor?
Oh, no, we don't drink, Mr. Calrissian. I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
Now, our zone leader said that you might be interested in learning more about our religion.
Actually, no. We have some common acquaintances. I've made a deal with the Empire. Well, they'll leave me alone if I introduce you to this guy over here. Elders, this is Boba Fett. Boba Fett, Elders Christiansen and Jensen there. Gotta go now. Got a city to run. Bye-bye.
Well, Mr. Fatwaza? Well, hi, I'm... Hey, I'm all tied up!
Cool toy. I need to get me one of those. We could convert more people if we could just tie them up first.
Now, Butch, I don't think we would be allowed to hog-tie prospective converts. Excuse me, Mr. Fett, could you untie me now?
One down, one to go.
Don't push my companion in that hole!
Whoa!
What have you done to my companion? Is Butch dead?
No, he wouldn't be worth much to me dead. Jabba wants to see him die in person. Your companion is frozen in carbonite. Now, if you would be so kind as to throw yourself down in there, we can get on with this.
You're going to take us both back to Jabba's palace?
No, you have an appointment with Darth Vader and the Emperor.
Cousin Darth? Oh, my.
Hey, get over here.
Sorry about this, Butch, but I need you to do something for me. Don't push me.
Ah!
Oh, I guess you weighed more than I thought in this thing, Butch. I'm sorry, Mr. Fat. I hope my companion, who's now frozen in carbonite, wasn't too heavy. Oh, geez, what do I got to do now? I better go for some help.
Never leave your companion, Lehigh.
Mr. Kenobi?
It is the first rule. You must never leave your companion.
Obi-Wan, come back. I need some help. Oh, well, I guess I can put you on my luggage rack like this, Butch. Come on, let's go. Will Butch be able to serve out the rest of his mission frozen in carbonite? Can Lehigh really find a big microwave to defrost him in? Will Darth Vader ever get his revenge and once again become the Emperor's favorite lapdog? And where does Boba Fett get all those neat gizmos? Tune in next time to hear Butch say... on the next mind-numbing episode of Space Elders!
From hell.
All right, the feature is... Oh, hang on.
Hello, yeah, what?
Here we go.
And it's brought to you by Focus on the Road. There's nothing but the road. Sean Hogan and Everest Collision want you and your loved ones to get home safe and sound. Stop texting and driving. Download the Everest Collision app responsibly.
All right.
Hello, yeah, what?
Simple. 877-602-9696 is the number to call and participate. We do have a full bank of phones right now, but those lines will open up, so call. Devin.
Devin.
Hello, yeah, what?
Devin?
Thank you for letting me listen.
Thank you.
Devin, you know it is National Novel Writing Month.
I did not.
Well, it is.
So get on your novel.
Well, he is, apparently.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Devin, you are, in fact, writing a novel?
I have started 3, but there's one that I want to get done first. And I keep telling myself that I'm going to take one of my vacation weeks every year and just kind of disappear and write my novel.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't done it. And so I'm looking for some motivation, thinking maybe I try to get a couple chapters done over Thanksgiving and Christmas since I've got some extra time off. But I don't know. Have you guys ever tried to write a novel?
No.
Now, I'm curious why you start another one when you haven't finished the first one.
I wanted to get my ideas on paper, but the one I want to finish first will be the easiest one for me to write because it kind of does parallel my teenage years a little bit, the main character.
I've never tried to write a novel because I know that it is exceedingly hard, and I'm just not that motivated. Why don't you? Yeah, but you should take the time off. Do it. How much vacation time do you get?
I get 3 weeks, and I thought that was plenty of time to make one of the weeks just novel writing every year.
Well, I think you should use all 3 weeks. Use all 3 weeks. All right?
My wife won't like that.
What's it about?
It's about a 17-year-old girl who is living in a dystopian society. I kind of like those kind of ideas, but
it's Hunger Games.
Attacked by some government officials, and it's going to sound sexist, but the women are in charge, and the men in the government don't get to really say anything unless they're told they can say something. That really sounds sexist, but
no, it sounds great
in a good way.
Yeah,
it's sexist in a good way.
All right, Devin. Well, get to it, and then what? Have you got a title for it?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, get to it.
We'll help you with the title when you get to the end.
Yeah.
Call us back.
Sounds good. and then I can have Bill sign it because he signs books.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
See you later.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let's see. Let's go to Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
It's
Hello, yeah, what?
Hello.
Hello. Kevin, what's up with you?
Well, I wanted to complain about how much my baby cost because I heard London FOP's baby cost $3, and they billed my insurance $56,000, of which I had to pay $7,000.
$56,000.
Is your baby worth it? Cute baby?
Oh yeah, he's so freaking adorable.
Okay.
You have no idea.
Okay.
He's
Kevin,
like 2 months old, and he's the smilest baby we have, and it's wonderful.
But Mr. Hannity says we have the best health care in the world.
Kevin.
Well, Mr. Hannity is an idiot.
Kevin, I'm sorry, but no baby is worth $56,000.
Oh yeah, no, you haven't seen his baby. That's a good baby.
I don't have to. I'm telling you, no baby is worth $50,000. I would have sent it back. Nope, sorry, take it back.
Yep.
Anyway, Kevin, yeah, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? My back surgery, I forget what it was. I had to pay a few $1,000s, but it was like $20,000 or $25,000.
London friend of the program checking in here in the chat room. Ha!
Ha ha!
Ha!
Ah, sucker.
Well, all right, Kevin.
Yep.
Well,
all right.
enjoy that $56,000 crying, pooping little mess.
You better have a cure for cancer or something costing this much.
You better do something important.
Yeah.
See you later.
Well, I'm biased. He will.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's go to Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
What's up, Peter?
I'm currently recovering from eye surgery.
Oh,
okay, Peter.
geez.
Eye surgery. All right.
Yes, and I just wanted you guys to know that how important you guys have become to me.
Oh, that's nice.
Because all I can do is listen to you in the morning.
Oh, Peter.
I think you guys have saved my sanity.
Oh, thanks, Peter.
Well, Peter, that's very nice of you. I hate to be the person to try to save anyone else's sanity because I'm crazy. All right, Peter. Well,
yeah.
I
Peter,
hope the recovery goes well.
Just lay back, do what the doctors tell you, and get better.
Yeah, thank you.
All
right, Peter. We'll see you.
Geek Show says hey.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
See
Thank
you later.
Let's go to Logan. Hello, Logan. It is.
Hello, yeah, what?
Yes.
Hey, morning. Hey,
Morning.
I don't know if you guys have anything to do with the drops that you play on the show.
We have Carrie has everything to do with them.
I figured as much. So this question's really for Carrie. At 7 o'clock, there's a drop that parallels the opening line to my.
What?
There's an opening line of that drop parallels my shot from Hamilton. Wondering if you drew anything from that.
I've not seen Hamilton, so I don't.
What I know
you
the
haven't
song.
even listened to it?
I know the song.
No, I haven't.
But
Did you hear the disdain from me?
You haven't,
haven't even listened to this?
I know, right?
I haven't seen it, but I know that song.
That's pure disdain.
So what was the 7 o'clock drop that?
Yeah, what was it?
It's like, who is this? Who is this? You know, what you gonna do? Kind of a thing. You didn't play it this morning at 7, but I
it's a legal ID. That one I don't have any control over. The the pre-prepared jingles and things like that. I have nothing to do with. Those are done by Doug, and where he gets his stuff, I don't know. So,
Hamilton.
Okay,
that Hamilton.
It's probably from Hamilton. Okay,
yes,
thanks.
it's from Hamilton.
I bought my Hamilton tickets, by the way.
Did you?
See you later.
Congratulations.
Those are pricey little suckers.
I don't know why you bought them, Gina. We're going to be giving some away.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Probably
we're giving,
will.
No
I
way.
bet you we will. I bet.
Do you have any? Well, I'll tell you off the air how much they're selling for. We're not giving them away. Crash northbound I-15 at Point of the Mountain, blocking 3 left lanes. Shoulders blocked. Traffic backed into Lehigh. The rain is pouring down in Weber County. Emergency crews are cleaning up 2 crashes I-15 southbound between Riverdale Road and going into Clearfield. Crash southbound I-15 approaching 4 South exit in Salt Lake. The car is facing the wrong direction against the right shoulder. Traffic is backing up to Warm Springs Road. And Tooele, they've had hail out there, and it was covering I-80, making for a slick commute and slow. So lots going on in traffic this morning. Give yourself some extra time and slow down. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Do we have the boner candidates?
Yes, we do have the boner candidates coming up. Round 1, here they are. Boner candidate number 1. Listen, I got a right to open carry in church. And boner candidate number 2. It's the wrong one. Uncle didn't have no legs. And boner candidate number 3. Sausage Roll Jesus.
There we go.
Yay.
All three of them. All right, we got those boners for round one coming up along with Big Boy News.
It really should have some good tires out on the road today with the rain.
The ones I'm in are a little working on the bald side right now, so I do need to get my snow tires here.
Get to the team you trust, the Big O Tires team. Big O Tires is having a sale as well. This is great. Now through November 26th, Big O Tires, the team you trust, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 free.
Because 3 don't do you no good.
Yeah, I need 4.
So it's on select brands of tires, Big O brand tires, but they have all kinds of other brands at Big O. Save up to $150 off a set of 4 Big O brand tires. Save up to $140 on a set of 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires. And there's also 12 months no interest financing, so no matter what your budget or situation, Big O Tires has the right financing available for you. Mm-hmm. And also, if you go to their website, that's how you'll find a Big O Tire store. It's bigotires.com, and there are coupons there. So go to bigotires.com.
This holiday season, X96 and Mark Miller Subaru want to share the love with those who need it. Let us know who could use some love at X96.com. Mark Miller Subaru and X96 will be sharing the love with people in all kinds of families and situations by putting a little love in their hearts. Just let us know who to help at X96.com.
Spine. Spell it with me now. S-P-I-N-E. Spine. And now we'll use it in some dialogue, featuring our 2 Utah men, LeVar and LeGrand. Elder LeGrand Ardun Jr. has called his friend LeVar with worries on his mind. Never fails. It's always during my favorite show. Yellow.
LeVar?
Yeah.
It's LeGrand.
LeGrand, how's it going?
I'm a worried man, LeVar. I don't know what to do. It's about Midge.
Well, how is the lovely Mrs. Dunn LeGrand?
Well, LeVar, she ain't herself these days.
What do you mean she ain't herself? Well, who is she then?
Well, she's Midge, but she's not Midge.
Huh?
Well, first off, she's been losing weight, LeVar. She may have knocked off close to 100 pounds. She had to go out and buy a whole new set of moo-moos. And they're designer moo-moos, too. The Don Ho collection.
Well, that is odd, LeGrand.
And she started to wear makeup again.
Huh?
She hasn't worn makeup since we got married, LeVar. A woman with 16 kids doesn't have any place wearing makeup, LeVar.
That is strange.
And it's not even New Skin or Mary Kay, LeVar. It's that kind of makeup that Claudia Schifter wears.
Anything else?
Well, she covered up the I Heart Family Home Evening bumper sticker on the back of the Suburban with one that says, "Mean people suck."
Something is definitely up, LeGrand.
I know. So, I've been kind of trying to track down her whereabouts to see what's up.
You mean you've been spying on Midge?
Well, I wouldn't call it spying exactly. Just keeping tabs, like waiting down the street from the house and then following her car.
Spying, that's what that is, LeGrand, spying. Well, did you find out anything?
Well, when she said she was going to Relief Society, I followed her, and she ended up at the Deseret Gym. I think she may be working out, LeVar.
Well, mayhaps she's just trying to get in shape and improve her quality of life. Mayhaps she's tired of being as big as a Winnebago.
She's the mother of all my 16 kids, LeVar. She's not supposed to improve her quality of life. Her role as my spiritual partner is to improve my quality of life.
You find out anything else when you was spying on her?
Well, yesterday I caught her waxing her legs and shaving her armpit hair.
The hell you say? We got big trouble, LeGrand. I'm going to jump in the truck and be right over. That is, if the truck will start. She might be trying to become a feminist or something worse. She hasn't said anything about, taking night classes or the like, has she?
Well, no. What are we going to do, LeVar?
Well, we're going to keep spying on her, LeGrand. Let's just hope that we don't find out that she's going to the symphony or the ballet or nothing like that. Tell you what, though, if we do, you pack them kids up in that Suburban and you skedaddle out of there.
Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, Gina Barberi. What you got there is Radio from Hell on X96.
Got two texts here we need to address. Hey, Radio from Hell, do you randomly take calls and give advice? Because I could use some help. Sure. Well, we just did. Hello, yeah, what?
That's what that is, yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
Well, that's over.
Yeah. And what happened to Best Question of the Week? We've moved that to 8 o'clock.
Because there were people that hadn't heard it before, so
we moved that to 8 o'clock. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Time for round one of your boner voting. 3 news stories now that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote of these 3 who is the worst. Of these 3, which one deserves to go forward to Boner Dome for Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day? So it has a 50-50 chance if it wins here.
Right.
It goes up against the winner of round 2. That happens at 8:20. Boner Fight at 9:25. So 2 candidates now. Third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote, and then one of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
I can't buy it. Gotta win it. Radio from Hell Boner T-shirt. They're pink. They're lovely this time. Excel Automotive Repair, Radio from Hell's official auto mechanics. Don't buy a lemon. Try Excel Automotive's $50 bumper-to-bumper used car checkover before you buy. Limit 2 cars per $50.
Here's Boner candidate number 1. I got a right to open carry in church. A man accidentally shot himself and his wife inside a Tennessee church on Thursday while advocating for the right to bring guns to church. The individual was displaying a Ruger handgun to other church goers in the sanctuary about 50 miles south of Knoxville when he apparently forgot it was loaded. I carry my gun everywhere, he said, while removing the ammunition magazine and showing the firearm to other members of the church. The man then began to reholster his weapon, but first put the magazine back into the firearm and loaded around into the chamber. Someone then asked to see the weapon. Well, the man pulled the gun out of his holster, claimed it wasn't loaded and pulled the trigger. Evidently, he just forgot that he had rechambered the weapon, the police chief said. The gun fired, the bullet sliced the man's hand and pierced his wife's stomach.
Nobody killed.
Both he and his wife, who are in their 80s, were taken to the University of Tennessee Medical Center, where they are expected to survive. Boner candidate number 1. I got a right to open carry in church.
Sure you do.
Boner candidate number 2. It's the wrong one. Uncle didn't have no legs.
I don't know this one.
Yep, that's a good one.
Very short. Family members in Chattanooga, Tennessee, say the wrong body was placed in a casket at a funeral home while people paid their respects. Benjamin Brown Jr. died, but he had lost both of his legs due to complications from diabetes. The body in the casket had legs.
Yes. Yay. You know, we're number 1 with morticians.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
We were just looking at some statistics yesterday. We're number 1.
The funeral home says, well, we are committed to resolving any issues that the family might have. It's the wrong one. Uncle didn't have no legs.
Haven't you heard God makes you whole again after you die?
That's what I'm told. Yeah.
So maybe it just happened a little
no, Gina, it did
early.
not.
No?
Don't be so naive. That's boner candidate number 2. It's the wrong one. Uncle didn't have no legs.
I don't want to hear any more.
No, wait.
We got one. You got to hear this third one.
Number 3. Sausage roll Jesus.
Oh, that might be good, though.
You got to hear about it. It's a visual, so go to x96.com/live for the visual.
Yeah, I can describe it. But
yeah. Let's see. So, boner candidate number 3 coming up after this here, Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by
Alpine Plastic Surgery, specializing in sculpting your body to achieve the goals you have above and beyond what diet and exercise provide. Visit alpineplasticsurgery.com and schedule a free consultation today.
Hang on. Let's see. I'm just checking. It looks like Charles Manson is still clinging to life. So there you go. All right. Now, so we'll move on. 3 pastors accused of exploiting and abusing teenage girls were indicted this week on federal child sex trafficking charges in Toledo, Ohio. The men, Kenneth Butler, Anthony Haynes, and Cordell Jenkins, were charged with conspiracy for child sex trafficking as part of an 11-count indictment handed down Tuesday. The United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Ohio said they all pleaded not guilty. They are accused of sexually assaulting a girl beginning in 2014 when she was 14 through 2017. Some of the abuse is thought to have taken place at hotels and at the Greater Life Christian Center in Toledo, where Mr. Haynes was a pastor and used his telephone to videotape some of the assaults.
Oh, well, that's handy for investigators, isn't it?
Mr. Haynes gave the girl money, told her not to tell anybody, saying it would ruin his family and his church, according to court documents. He facilitated the victim being abused by several other men, including Mr. Jenkins, who repeatedly exploited the girl at his home, in the office, and at the office at his Abundant Life Ministries church.
Abundant Life.
Mr. Jenkins recorded the abuse with his cell phone, paid the girl what he called hush money. Mr. Butler, who was pastor at Kingdom Encounter Family Worship Center, about an hour from Toledo, was also indicted on sex trafficking charges involving a third girl. All 3 have religious affiliations and knew each other in that capacity, said Michael Toblin, a spokesman for the United States Attorney's Office. All 3 claim to be ministers in one form or another, he said. All right, here's a story for you, Gina.
Yep.
Excited?
So much.
George Clooney?
Yes, I'm listening.
Is going to be on a TV show.
Which one?
It's a, this could be exciting. He's going to star and direct a limited series based on the wonderful novel Catch-22.
Oh, really?
Have you ever read it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God, it's good.
That could be interesting.
It's the first time in my life I had ever read a book where I was laughing out loud almost continuously.
He'll be good for that.
Now, Catch-22 was originally adapted into a movie in 1970, which people have mixed feelings about. I liked it, and I think it did pretty well.
Did okay, yeah.
It did pretty well trying to capture a very difficult book to capture. And it's got just a great cast of people in it.
Alan Arkin.
Mm-hmm.
So probably
Orson Welles.
a TV. Is this a limited series? Did
Yeah.
you say that? Probably makes a little more
Easier to tell.
sense.
And where are they doing that? Does it say?
Let's see. It says
On HBO or something like that.
He's doing it for. It'll say here somewhere. But yeah, limited series. Clooney will play Colonel Cathcart. That was who's originally played by Martin Balsam in the. Mike Nichols directed that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Catch-22. It's just, if you've never read it, read it before you see the movie or
the TV show.
I'm telling you, because they like when you see the movie, you go, oh, I get what the movie's doing here. So anyway, Stephen Colbert doesn't think much of Al Franken's apology. He was utterly unsatisfied, as a matter of fact, by the initial apology.
The second one's better.
To Leanne Tweeden, who said Mr. Franken kissed her without consent and so forth. And he was not impressed, though, by the second one either. He just said, neither of these are worth anything. Franken released a more complete apology in which he said, I am asking that an ethics investigation be undertaken and I will gladly cooperate. Stephen Colbert said, well, that's nice. It would be wrong if an ethics investigation was done without his consent, huh?
No, but I think he's being a little too hard on him there. How many people have said, please investigate me. Let's get on with this.
Of course, there's another politician, of course, has been accused of misdeeds, and that's Roy Moore in Alabama. By the way, the Democratic challenger to Roy Moore has moved ahead of him in the polls. And that's significant because they almost never vote for Republicans in Alabama. Democrats. They almost never vote for Democrats in Alabama. But his challenger has moved ahead of him. So Roy Moore at a campaign rally last night, and again, defending himself.
Yeah.
Against these allegations that when he was in his 30s, he would cruise the mall for young women, more and more of whom have been coming forward now, these older women, because it's 30 years ago or more than 30 years. But so Roy Moore, so he's at a campaign rally to defend himself, but he thought it might be good to tell a little joke, before...
Lighten the mood.
Oh, boy.
Before he got into his defense.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
So he got up on stage and he said, when I first got into politics, they said in the court system, they said 3 things you have to be a good candidate. That's honesty, dedication, and experience. But when speaking to a seasoned old judge, that's not actually correct. The judge told me, you don't need honesty, dedication, and experience. What you need to have is your eyeglasses. Because that shows people that you study a lot and you read a lot. Well, now I have glasses and I have thin and graying hair, and that was the judge's second characteristic. And then there was a third one, too. He said you have to be studied and be of an age proper. And then he said you have to have one other thing. What's that, Judge? I said. He said you have to have the hemorrhoids. And I said, I don't have hemorrhoids. I said, why do you need them? And he said, well, it gives you a real concerned look when you're sitting on the bench.
Ha, 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 ha. So anyway.
He's nuts.
Yeah.
He's crazy. And but maybe the Democrat will win, which would be...
That'd be awesome.
Would be quite amazing.
Only if people get out and vote for him. Yeah. And don't look at the polls and go, Moore's going to lose. I'll stay home.
A Florida man has pleaded guilty to making a threatening phone call to former Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz.
Really?
Leaving a voicemail telling Chaffetz, I'm going to hunt you down.
Oh,
wow.
Charles Zachary Howard of Winter Park, Florida, pleaded guilty to threatening Chaffetz. Howard is a registered Republican.
Oh, really?
He called Jason Chaffetz's Washington office and threatened to hunt him down and wrap a rope around your neck and hang you from a lamppost.
Very, very specific.
Yeah, the harassing call came one day after Jason Chaffetz suggested in an appearance on CNN that people might want to spend money on their own health care rather than buying new iPhones.
People have asked me why I don't play the Florida song anymore for Florida.
It's too many.
There's just too many. It's,
Florida, I'm on my way. Leave today, nevermore to roam. Florida.
Yeah, I just I would be playing it 3 times a day.
Yes.
We have breaking news.
Breaking.
Gifts in the studio from our friends over at Magic Space, the guys who run the Echoes Theater.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
They brought this for Bill. You can see this at x96.com/live.
It's a picture that they prepared. Now this is the poster that they're using for John Cleese, and it says John Cleese live on stage, Monty Python, The Holy Grail, and then in great big letters down at the bottom it says, moderated by Bill Allred.
And your name is bigger than John Cleese's name. Thank you.
But see, I want X90.
Yeah, no, Bill doesn't like that his name is big. He wishes that the station logo was on it.
I want the
wink, wink.
Jeez, why do you guys pick on me about this?
You started it.
You did start it.
I want. Kerry knows what I'm talking about, and he won't stick up for me.
I know what you're talking about. I wouldn't have talked about it on the air because that's how it comes off to people. I would have behind the scenes said, you know what needs to happen. But
they want to let you know the tickets are still available and people can get them at liveattheechoes.com.
Thanks, you guys.
Are we doing Nights of Knee today?
Anytime today during the show.
So we hear the night. It's not all the nights. It's
how
just
many?
One night that says knee.
How many pair of tickets do we have?
We will do that 2 times between now and 10 o'clock.
So just be listening at random times. When you hear it, you can call 877-602-9696.
We got time for another story here. I was going to do this local news story.
Quick one.
It's been 72 hours since 43-year-old Destry Stewart, charged with multiple counts of rape and sodomy, went on the run after missing his preliminary court hearing down in Beaver County, Utah. Law enforcement claims Stewart is considered armed and dangerous, but those who know Stewart say, Channel 2 interviewed him, no, that's ridiculous. He's not armed. He's not dangerous. He's not, and we don't even think he did this, the things that he's charged with. But he's been charged with several counts of rape. One count of rape, 2 of forcible sodomy, and then other forcible sexual abuse and unlawful conduct with a 16 or 17-year-old. So he didn't show up for his preliminary hearing. He's on the run. Law enforcement says he's armed and dangerous, but his family says he's not dangerous. He should come back, but you shouldn't be painting him in this light. That's what his family says.
Okay, weather, traffic.
Weather and traffic related today. It's been raining pretty steadily last hour or so. And raining here, but we're getting much more up in Weber, Davis County, and out in Tooele. And it'll be changing over to snow later this evening. Let's see, over 30 miles of slow or stop-and-go traffic from 31st Street in Ogden all the way into Salt Lake City. So if you're commuting along I-15 there, slowage all the way through. Crash northbound I-15 at Point of the Mountain, blocking 3 left lanes. The shoulder's blocked. Traffic is backed into Lehigh there. Rain is pouring down in Weber County. Tooele is having hail, and that's making for a bad drive there. So pretty much no matter where you're going this morning, you're going to need to give yourself a little extra time. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Here's boner candidate number 3. And if you can, go to x96.com/live for a picture, or I believe there's probably one on our website, x96.com, just there, with the boner candidates. It's Sausage Roll Jesus. A British bakery has apologized after creating a nativity scene in which the baby Jesus, surrounded by 3 wise men, was replaced by a sausage roll.
Oh, that looks delicious, though. I would eat that. Oh,
and not just any sausage roll, but one that has a bite out of it.
Oh.
Well, that way you know it's a sausage roll.
Greg's, the largest bakery chain in Britain, released the image of the sausage roll nestled in a straw-filled manger to help promote its $32 Advent calendar.
That's not a good...
But no sooner had the image of the sausage roll savior been published than consumers of all faiths took to Twitter to express moral indignation and more than a few snickers. One woman observed that Jesus was Jewish and that pork was not kosher. Out of interest, do you think that the people at Greg's Bakery understand that Jesus was Jewish? Serving up a pork sausage roll in this manger is unbelievably inappropriate. Simon Richards, chief executive of the Freedom Association, a libertarian group, said the reimagining of the infant Jesus as a fatty snack is sick and anti-Christian. Please boycott Greg's, he tweeted. There were many other comments. They're sorry. They're very sorry, they said. Boner candidate number 3, sausage roll Jesus.
All right, so let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, I got a right to open carry in church, said the 80-year-old man at a church in Tennessee. And then while he was showing off his gun, he shot himself and his wife accidentally. Boner candidate number 2, it's the wrong one. Uncle didn't have no legs. Wrong body placed in a casket at a funeral home. How could they tell it was the wrong body? Well, for one thing, Uncle had lost his legs to diabetes, and the body in the casket had legs. And Boner candidate number 3, sausage roll Jesus.
All right, let's get to it. This is round 1 of the Boner voting. You've got to decide which of these 3 is the worst, and therefore deservedly needs to go to Boner Fight for a 50-50 chance at becoming Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3, you decide. Put that number of the candidate that you think should win in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. That's one way to vote. Another is calling 877-602-9696. Another way is to go online, x96.com. You can see all that stuff. Look for the box that says Round 1, November 17. If you do not see that, refresh. It should appear. All right, here you go. 4.5 minutes is all you got. Let's vote. It's round 1, Boner voting.
X96 is Utah's original alternative with a 1-hour nonstop music wingding coming up right after Radio from Hell. on X96.
All right. 7:46. Time to award round one of your boner voting.
And round one of the boner voting is brought to you in part by A Rose Chicken.
And join your friends for Saturday brunch at Gracie's. Enjoy a Tiger Mary, creme brulee, French toast, poutine and eggs, or crab cake Benedict. Adults only. Like Gracie's on Facebook for updates.
So we had boner candidate number one. I got a right to carry in church, open carry if I want to. I know how to handle a gun, said the man in Tennessee standing in the sanctuary of his church, showing off his gun to people when it went off and pierced his hand, and then the bullet lodged in his wife's stomach. There was boner candidate number two. It's the wrong one. Uncle didn't have no legs. The funeral home mix-up. They knew that was not the body of their uncle in the casket because their uncle had lost his legs to diabetes. And the corpse in the casket had legs. And boner candidate number three, Sausage Roll Jesus, a bakery chain in London or in England, had put out a picture of a nativity scene with three wise men standing around the manger. And instead of a Jesus in the manger, it was a sausage roll with a bite out of it. They're apologizing profusely for offending people. Let's see here. So we gave away a boner T-shirt to Tiffany. And the winner, very close, between 1 and 2. But number one wins. I got a right to open carry in church.
All right. That is the winner of round one. It now goes forward to Boner Fight. It has a 50-50 chance of becoming Boner of the Day. It'll go up against the winner of round two boner voting. That happens at 8:20. Boner Fight at 9:25.
Bill has a story here, and it's brought to you by the holiday season. Dine, drink, and shop local. Visit Central 9th District featuring Mediterranean, Small Plates and Wine Bar, Laziz Kitchen, Middle Eastern Food, Blue Copper Coffee, Troubadour Salon, Waterwitch Cocktails, and Jade Market Grocers, just a few steps from the 9th South Track Station.
Love it.
Well, you know, the new Secretary of the Interior, Ryan Zinke, there's been some kind of hinky-zinky things going on.
He's a weirdo.
He is kind of strange. Like for his confirmation hearing, he rode into Washington on a horse.
Yeah.
He's from Montana, and this little town in Montana, boy, that sure disappeared from the news, hasn't it? The Whitefish Electric.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
A company with 2 employees in his hometown, and somehow it won a contract to restore electricity in Puerto Rico.
They're still getting paid because there was a line in the contract that said they needed a 30-day termination notice. Mm-hmm. So they're still getting paid, and they're doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, our own lieutenant governor is there right now.
Yes.
In Puerto Rico?
Mm-hmm.
And then also Zinke he's done other, oddball things. But this, I don't know. See what you think. After he took over the Department of the Interior, and the other thing he's done, of course, is going to reduce the size of the Bears Ears National Monument, which most Utahns do not want to have happen. But at any rate, he started inquiring about redesigning the Department of Interior flag. They have their own flag. The department flag is emblazoned with a bison, and it's gone largely unchanged for a century. But Ryan Zinke decided he wanted to design the flags, redesign them. He wanted to make them bigger. The flag flies on top of the Interior Department building. There's an American flag, then an Interior Department flag flying on the pole right below it, and then I believe it's Ryan Zinke's personal flag, which flies below that.
A personal flag?
Something having to do with in the Navy or something.
There's one, and he insists that while he's in the building, that the flag, either for the department or his flag, I can't remember, it needs to fly.
Here's what they do. Yeah. So he wanted to redesign them because they were too small, and you couldn't see them. They were being dwarfed by the American flag. Well, there's a regulation actually that says that they can't be bigger than the American flag.
Makes sense.
However, he said, well, we can redesign them until they're almost as big, which he wanted to do. And
aren't there real problems that should be taking up his time?
He's got this
energy?
flag fetish thing. He's got this.
And here's what he does. Now, every day he insists that this happens. When he arrives at his office, a staffer and a person who works for him takes the flag up to the top of the building and hoists it, both the Interior Department flag and his personal flag. and then
there they are.
Yeah.
X96.com/live.
And then when he leaves the building at the end of the day, they have to strike them.
Yes, that way people know that he's in the building.
Yeah. He thinks this is very, very important. So yeah, and so I started thinking about it, and I think, well, that's what we should do. I think we should have
a flag,
a Radio from Hell flag. We should have somebody. We should get it designed. I want it to look nice, and then we insist that an intern go to the top of the Broadway Media Tower every day we're on the air and fly the flag so that people know we're here doing the show.
Don't they know we're here because they turn on the radio?
That's not the point.
Well, they could call his office to see if Zinke's there.
What do you want on your flag, Bill?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want just the Radio from Hell logo, but I'm not sure what it should be. I'm not good with that.
The lunging weasel?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe home of, Radio from Hell, home of the lunging weasels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't really do that much anymore.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know what it should be.
No, you want that, Dylan? Dylan wants your
Dylan wants
sign,
that to be your flag.
your John Cleese sign for the flag.
No.
No?
No. I mean, this is a 3-person show.
Well, I'm afraid that you go with what you're known for, right?
Yeah.
And we're known for the boners.
So just a boner flag?
I'm worried that that's what people...
Carrie, are you suggesting we raise the boner flag?
No,
I
don't want a boner flag.
Run it up the flagpole and see...
No, not at all.
I don't know. Wait, I'm kind of liking it.
Not at all.
Just have the word boner on a field of stars behind it. Something like that.
No.
I don't know. I'm not sure what it should be. That's not my area of expertise.
You just want it.
Yeah, I just want it. I don't know. You can put a buffalo on it for all I care, I guess.
Oh, someone's suggesting not a flag, but some sort of burning flame.
Well, yeah, like a torch, like an Olympic, the Olympic.
Yeah, like an Olympic
Keep it
torch.
burning
Yeah.
for.
Well, we just have to. We have to burn it during the show.
Yeah.
But I don't even. I wonder if there's probably not even a flagpole up there.
I was just going to ask. I wonder if there's. I've never been up on the roof.
Like now out of our studio window, I can look over at the Grand America Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
There's an American flag pole on the top of that building.
There's one right there on that building too, Gina. Right over there. Whatever,
yeah.
Whatever that is. Oh, I think that's
the courthouse.
Yeah, that's the one that's not on top of the building, but it's out in front of the courthouse.
I don't even know if there's a flagpole up there.
Well, I think we should send somebody up to investigate.
Does anyone can
I don't know.
get up there?
I think so. Nick, can you investigate that?
Lauren on one has info about a rally for Bears Ears, since we mentioned Bears
Oh, okay.
Ears. All right. Hi, Lauren.
Lauren.
Hi.
Hi.
So I was just listening to you guys like I do every morning, and you mentioned Bears Ears and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to let everyone know that on December 2nd, if anyone is interested, there's a rally being held at the Capitol.
Okay.
It's in defense of protesting shrinking Bears Ears and Grand Staircase Escalante, and also protecting all that land, and also I did not prepare myself before I called.
It's okay.
There's also a bunch of Native American kind of ruins and artifacts there as well that do need to be protected.
Sure.
So if anyone's interested, there's a rally on December 2nd in protest of that.
All right. Now, let me ask you belong to any organization that is involved with that, or you just know about it?
I do not. I am going to the event, and I have signed up to be a volunteer, but I'm not part of any of the organizations that are
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Someone is suggesting that we contact the mayor of South Jordan.
Why is that?
Because apparently he might have his own flag, and he's very familiar with flags. He's a big flag guy.
Do you know this?
Yeah, you remember the mayor of South Jordan is the one that Carrie took to task on the show. This is probably 6 months ago. David Albert is his name, and it has been a big controversy in South Jordan because he has wanted to redesign the flag for South Jordan, and has had, it be almost a voting addendum on the ballot.
Again,
And-
are all the problems solved that we
Apparently.
can spend time
Apparently,
on flags?
apparently Ryan Zinke has, he came to Utah. He ignored the wishes of the Native American people here, and then he went back to Washington, and now that problem solved, so he can work on the flag.
It's from the bottom up, Gina. If we don't have the right flag, how can we ever get the right land? Some organizations would say that it's from the within. It's our motto. It's our slogan. Then we work from there.
Can we get an intern to take the elevator up to the top and climb up on the roof and hoist the flag when we get here and take it down when we leave?
No. Crash southbound I-15 at
I
Center.
bet we can.
Center Street in North Salt Lake. 3 cars are on the right shoulder of the exit ramp. Traffic is backed up from multiple other crashes. We have over 30 miles of slow or stop-and-go traffic from 31st Street in Ogden to downtown Salt Lake. Too many accidents to mention. Roads are wet and slick. We've got hail in some places, skiffs of snow in others, but just the wet road from the rain is causing issues. So be aware of that, won't you please? Traffic is brought to you by... you no longer have to meet a creepy guy in a parking lot to get a good deal on a used smartphone. Bad Apple buys, sells, and will trade used cell phones. Unlike the creepy parking lot guy, they guarantee their refurbished phones. Go to badapplerepair.com.
All right, coming up after these, it's meh question of the week. Stand by for that.
Oh, listen, Thanksgiving party's coming up.
Yes.
Family dinners. And it's a great time to serve a beverage that people will love.
Yes.
And a lot of people around here, as we know, don't like alcohol. They don't drink it. They don't want it. So, but they'd like a beverage.
Or you want it available for kids. I'm going to have this at Thanksgiving dinner at my house. Is the apple beer for the kids.
Apple beer is delicious. It's clean. It's crisp. And it is a product of Utah. Apple beer, Utah's own original gourmet soda, made here in Utah for 50 years. Family-owned business still, too.
I remember it when I was a kid in the black cans.
All free, all natural. Apple beer, delicious choice for adult guests who don't drink, and good for the kids as well. So, the original is the classic Sicilian apple flavor, dry, crisp, and clean, not too sweet. And then there's Apple Beer 5, which has a Granny Smith apple flavor, and it's sugar-free, only 5 calories in a whole bottle of apple beer. Look for Apple Beer and Apple Beer 5 at your local grocery store, and if they don't have it, demand it.
Dashboard Confessional, December 4th at the Complex. Doors open at 7.
It is our mission to embrace the ideal that our show shall always strive to belittle the stupid and to play an occasional song. We shall also strive to take all of your requests, but to never, under any circumstances, play those requests. It is our mission to offend as many people as we can in the shortest time possible. We shall always remember that no matter how pointless and stupid the things we say are, we shall present them in such a way that they will be lessons that will last a lifetime. We shall strive always to do nothing and to be mean. We shall strive mightily to always be the #1 morning show in Salt Lake, or, if not that, the #2 morning show, or at least somewhere in the top 15 or 20 morning shows. At least once a year, we shall go to someone's home, and we shall eat really good food, and we'll make you wish that you could be there to share it with us. And finally, it is our mission to always remind the listeners that we never lie, and we're always right. So let it be written, so let it be done.
I'm very excited about this.
You think we have it?
I think that if you take all those pieces and put them together,
One big beautiful mission statement.
Yep. But of course, before we get to the mission statement, we have to answer one question.
I just want to know what the hell is a mission statement.
All right, and Tom poses a very valid question.
We still don't know, really.
Well, businesses, it seems like especially in the past 5 years, it's kind of trendy to have a mission statement. They go to these seminars, and the guys up there at the seminars tell them that unless they have a mission statement, you don't know what you're doing. Now, we found this. Julie and Tommy Frost explain the mission statement. If you're in a business, you should have a mission statement as a sort of compass, a tool to lead you in the right direction, a reminder of who you are and where you come from. It's not just for you, but your customers as well. So,
we've been just wandering aimlessly for good
we've been
15 years.
Doing mornings for like 10, 15 years, and we've never really known what we're doing, apparently.
I think this defines it.
So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You have submitted sentences in this, helped us write it. Here it is, the Radio from Hell mission statement.
It is our mission to embrace the ideal that our show shall always strive to belittle the stupid and to play an occasional song. We shall also strive to take all of your requests, but to never, under any circumstances, play those requests. It is our mission to offend as many people as we can in the shortest time possible. We shall always remember that no matter how pointless and stupid the things we say are, we shall present them in such a way that they will be lessons that will last a lifetime. We shall strive always to do nothing and to be mean. We shall strive mightily to always be the #1 morning show in Salt Lake, or, if not that, the #2 morning show, or at least somewhere in the top 15 or 20 morning shows. At least once a year, we shall go to someone's home, and we shall eat really good food, and we'll make you wish that you could be there to share it with us. And finally, it is our mission to always remind the listeners that we never lie, and we're always right. So let it be written, so let it be done.
It's kind of negative.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
What shouldn't a mission statement be kind of, positive? And
I thought it sounded very positive.
Yeah, with that music and everything. Really
we're
powerful.
Not really doing anything good. We're not helping humanity.
Oh, I left one out. Hit it.
What?
I left one out.
Okay.
And we'll try to find a cure for cancer.
All right.
How's that?
Oh, I feel better now.
Is that better?
Yeah.
There we go.
That make you
All
feel a little bit better?
I feel better.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
X96. X96.
Yeah. Dick. Before we get to best question.
Yeah.
Should we do the Foo Fighters giveaway?
Yes. Today's the last day of this, by the way. I'm going to give you a keyword. X96 proud to welcome Foo Fighters, the Concrete and Gold Tour to the Vivint Smart Home Arena, Tuesday, December 12th. Tickets are on sale at all Ticketmaster locations and Ticketmaster.com. Text the word SONIC, S-O-N-I-C, to 33986, and you could win 2 tickets to the show.
That's easy.
Best question of the week. Brought to you by Prohibition, Utah's sexiest new speakeasy, located north of Fashion Place Mall in Murray. Tonight and every Friday night is live music. Don't miss weekend sexy burlesque dancers. Reservations and information at prohibitionutah.com.
All right. Yep. The best question of the week feature.
Yep.
Where we take an email with a question, we answer it.
We glibly say, it's the best question we got all week.
Well, and you can submit your best question to radiofromhell@x96.com. Put best question in the subject line. This isn't a horrible question, but I just don't think there's an answer to it. If not Elizabeth Warren, who's the new voice of the Democratic Party? I don't think there is. No.
Well, I would have said that the day before yesterday.
No, but I don't.
Maybe Cory Booker.
But not.
The guy from California.
I don't.
Former mayor of San Francisco, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Oh, Newsom.
It's just nobody we're excited about just yet. So that's not the best question of the week. Here is the best question. This is from Travis. You guys are about to take some vacation time. I mean, not just next week's Thanksgiving and have a couple days off there, but so not a lot of time.
Right.
But if money were no option,
no object, you mean?
Oh, he wrote option.
He wrote
just
option.
reading it. He meant object.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis, you mean object.
I'm just reading what was here. If money, was no object. You can just.
If you had a limited amount of money.
And could take an entire month off without any repercussions at work, family.
And with an unlimited amount of money.
Yeah. Where would you go and what would you do?
Boy.
I've always wanted to go live in another country for a month.
Live in?
Get an apartment and...
That's the nice way to do it, if you can.
In Italy would be where I'd want to do it. But stay and make it a home. This is my neighborhood. This is my grocery store, and this is my coffee shop, and this is my train station, and just sort of see what it's like to live in another country.
I know the perfect city to do that for you
Where?
in Italy. San Gimignano.
Really?
It's up on a hill. There's no cars.
Yeah.
You walk or bike in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
There's no cars allowed up there. It's beautiful. They're known for their white wine.
Because it's different than taking a vacation somewhere. Just seeing what it's like to live in another country.
This is my wife's cousin, who I'm very friendly with, and her husband. They just left, and I think they do this every year. They go to Germany. They like Germany, and they live in Germany for 2 months out throughout the Christmas season. And
that sounds really cool.
They love it. I assume I'll talk to them when they get back because they just left. But I assume they kind of travel around a little bit while they're there. But that's a long.
But they home base
nice long time, and
it's different. Because how often do we go on vacation and it takes you a couple days to get settled wherever you are, and then you have a day or two of just being there, and then you leave, and you don't really see what it's like to be in another place.
If I had unlimited money, and I don't know if this counts, but I'd like to go to maybe Australia or New Zealand and do a fair amount there. But those places, particularly New Zealand, that's really you can get into Southeast Asia very, very easily and quickly from New Zealand. Maybe go.
It's a jumping off point.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of New Zealanders and Australians, they vacation in Vietnam, and and they love it. Because I'd love to see that too. So maybe I'd live in New Zealand, let's say, because I've been to Australia. So maybe New Zealand. Hang out there a bit, kind of get to know the country, but then jump over to Vietnam and Cambodia, and I'd love to see that part of the world.
Well, I've been lucky enough to travel to quite a few countries, thanks to this job mostly. So I've seen a lot of great places. So I'd have to turn this over to my wife. I'd have to turn over the list to her and say, where did you want to go?
But
places that she has not been.
But it doesn't have to be a place you haven't been. Is there a place you loved and you were like, I could stay here for a month?
Amsterdam.
Really?
Oh, God, I could live in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. Yeah, I love that place.
I could someplace tropical. I'd want to go if I'm staying there for a month. Someplace tropical,
like condo on the beach. Stay there.
Condo right on the beach, drinking all the time.
There have to be wait service, right?
Probably.
But wait service.
Yeah, if I'm going to do it.
If you're going to do it,
if money's no object. Well, then definitely it'd have to be like at a really like a Ritz-Carlton on the beach somewhere.
Month at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what I'd do.
A good friend of the program has texted me. Nicole, She says, I would go to Bora Bora. My husband has been instructed to take me there, dead or alive. Dead, spread my ashes there, that's fine.
Well, why don't you aim for alive? And then if you don't get around to it, then...
That's a good idea, Nicole. Take that to heart, will you?
Dead or alive just
do it
seems...
alive. Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, if money's no object...
Yeah, money's no object.
I would love to explore, because I love Southern California, I love L.A. I would like to explore that area, like, thoroughly. There's a lot of old history that I would love to look up there, old showbiz history.
You
Stuff
like to
like
spend
that.
a month there.
So maybe I'd spend a month at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood is nice.
I just thought of another. I'd love to go to spend a month in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I would not go to the resorts. There's a couple of places I've not ever been to Mexico City. I'd love to spend some time there. And then there's this place called Copper Canyon in Mexico. It's where the Tamarahara, is that how you say it?
Oh.
The guys who run barefoot, that's where they live. And there's a train that runs. So you catch it at the seacoast, and then you take this train up into the mountains, up into Copper Canyon. And it's just this beautiful, like Grand Canyon-like thing. And there is a resort hotel there that you can stay in, and it's just built on the edge of a cliff and is beautiful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that.
now we all want to plan real trips.
Yes. Jason texting in, if I had unlimited money, I would travel to a foreign land, like South Jordan, and help their indigenous people design a new flag for their city.
Nice. There you go. Lovely.
Thank you, Jason.
Well, I guess that was the best question we got all week.
I guess.
Yeah, so Travis, you got a Prohibition gift card. How about that?
Here's someone in the chat room. Been to Bora Bora. You'd get bored after a week or two.
You get Bora Bora.
It's so laid back, and there's nothing to do once it's dark.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
it's beautiful.
I guess that's what Nicole likes.
Sometimes you don't want anything.
It's beautiful, but there's a limit to how long you can lay around and do nothing. Let's find out.
Come on.
I think you'd like the challenge of figuring out what to do for a month in Bora
I got a
Bora.
stack of comic books I haven't gotten to, all right?
And
about
Bill,
this high. So.
It says, Bill in New Zealand. I know there's a Hobbit joke in there somewhere.
Oh.
Great. Nice. Thanks for the respect.
Traffic, too many accidents to mention. We've got slowage from Utah County coming into Salt Lake. We've got it coming from Weber Davis County into Salt Lake. We've got it in Tooele. Wet roads have caused multiple crashes in all of those areas, so it's going to take you longer to get just about anywhere this morning. This always happens the first little storm of the fall-winter season. Everybody forgets how to drive. I don't know why. It's the news you trust from the most experienced team in Utah 2 News. Check out the new KUTV.com.
And just quickly, a text. Tarahumara tribe. Never thought that it would make it on the radio. That's where my mother's side of the family is from.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
The Tarahumara tribe. Isn't that interesting?
There you go.
Yeah. All right, we've got Boner of the Day, round 2 coming up. I guess I shouldn't say of the day. It's just Boner Fight, round 2. So we have number 1, hijab humiliation. Number 2, slums are caused by one simple thing. And Boner candidate number 3, I don't think this is a family value.
All right. There we go. That's the Boner candidates for round 2 coming up along with Big Boy News and Opinioendo.
I'd like to take the Tarahumara tribe some mattresses and adjustable beds.
They need them?
Mattress for, I don't know.
I thought you'd say if I'm spending a month away, I need to take my mattress for a mattress.
That's one of the bad things about traveling is staying in a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
You want to, when you've been spoiled with a brand new mattress, you want to stay on.
All right, so they're having their sleep giving sale right now at Mattress Firm. You can get 0% annual percentage rate for 6 years during Mattress Firm's sleep giving sale. Now you got to call 1-866-780-6220 if you want to know the credit costs and terms, subject to credit approval. But they will finance you, no interest for 6 years. That's amazing. You can get a Beauty Rest Firm Queen mattress as low as $399 during Mattress Firm's sleep giving sale. But the really remarkable deal, if you spend Just $500 on a new mattress there. You will get a free adjustable base worth $1,198. And Carrie and I both love them. I've never had one before. And
I will never not have one.
Exactly.
That's all there is to it.
So go to mattressfirm.com and you will find a store near you.
Hundreds of thousands of our fellow meal will come from, but you can help.
Join X96 and Teleperformance in the fight against hunger by donating non-perishable high-protein food items, peanut butter, canned meats, frozen turkeys or hams, boxed meals, cereal, and pasta at Teleperformance locations in Sandy, West Valley, and Ogden.
Radio from Hell, John Smith, and Todd Newcomb will be broadcasting live this Tuesday for our annual all-day food drive at the Teleperformance in Sandy. 8550 South, 1300 East.
Those who donated Sandy during our broadcast will get free food courtesy of Even Steven Sandwiches while it lasts. Plus, X96 is going to be hooking you up with tickets to see Modest Yahoo and Common Kings November 28th at the Depot. And Zero Res is going to be cleaning your vehicle's carpet if you donate a frozen turkey or ham.
We'll see you Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Teleperformance in Sandy. Details are on x96.com.
Dope addicts are here.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, hey, he's got the finger up.
It's not on this day.
No.
But it's
he's putting the finger up.
Point of interest.
Point of interest.
Okay, well, you got to don't put your finger up like the same thing you do.
This is on this day finger.
Yeah, maybe just point at me or something.
How about this?
But why don't you just point directly at me and I'll go. I know it's a point of interest.
Point of interest.
Point of interest.
Because you're actually
that's
pointing.
good. Yeah. Okay.
Rolling Stone published a ranking of the 50 greatest pop punk albums of all time.
Pop punk.
And number 1, Green Day's Dookie. Their
first album, right?
Yep.
So what are they, do you have the top 10 right there? What are they? I'm just really curious.
Let's see.
Because I want to know what qualifies as pop punk.
Well, and Billy Joe Armstrong hates the term pop punk, by the way.
He does.
I would think.
Let's see. Milo Goes to College by the Descendants. I know that's one of John Smith's favorites. Take This to Your Grave, Fall Out Boy. Singles Going Steady, Buzzcocks. Generation X by Generation X.
That's considered pop punk?
I guess so. Riot by Paramore. Walk Among Us by Misfits.
That's interesting. That's so. Because.
Oh no, Special Agent Fox Mulder sucked back into the space-time continuum.
Back to only one Fox Mulder on the planet. I feel so much better now.
Dope addicts are here.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, hey, he's got the finger up.
It's not on this day.
No.
But it's
he's putting the finger up.
Point of interest.
Point of interest.
Okay, well, you got to don't put your finger up like the same thing you do.
This is on this day finger.
Yeah, maybe just point at me or something.
How about this?
What? Why don't you just point directly at me and I'll go. I know it's a point of interest.
Point of interest.
A point of interest.
Because you're actually
that's good.
pointing.
Yeah. Okay.
Rolling Stone published a ranking of the 50 greatest pop punk albums of all time.
Pop punk.
And number 1, Green Day's Dookie. Their
first album, right?
Yep.
So what are they, do you have the top 10 right there? What are they? I'm just really curious.
Let's see.
Because I want to know what qualifies as pop punk.
Well, and Billy Joe Armstrong hates the term pop punk, by the way.
He does.
I would think.
Let's see. Milo Goes to College by the Descendants. I know that's one of John Smith's favorites. Take This to Your Grave, Fall Out Boy. Singles Going Steady, Buzzcocks. Generation X by Generation X.
That's considered pop punk?
I guess so. Riot by Paramore. Walk Among Us by Misfits.
That's interesting. That's so. Because they're all a Homeland Security official in the Trump administration thinks that the slums are caused by blacks.
They're caused
by.
A Homeland Security official in the Trump administration appointed to cultivate unity among community organizations has quit following publication of some earlier comments in which he blamed the slums on the laziness, drug use, and sexual promiscuity of African Americans.
What? Huh?
CNN uncovered the statements in the Reverend Jamie Johnson. He expressed them while he was host of a radio program in Iowa, and as a guest on another conservative show. He made the comments about blacks and slums in 2008 on The Right Balance, an accent radio network. Very Jesus-y, very Christ-y.
Oh, boy.
Johnson also said during his radio appearances from 2008 to 2016, so he's made these comments repeatedly. It's not like it was a secret. Islam's only contribution to the world is oil and dead bodies. Terrorism represented the true meaning of Islam, and Jews do not want to cut our heads off. Muslims want to cut our heads off.
How do people like this work their way up the ladder?
He didn't work his way up the ladder. He didn't work his way up anywhere. He was tapped by Donald Trump and his people to be in the Department of Homeland Security.
That's our guy. We want you're
that
our
guy.
kind of guy.
He was head of the Center for Faith-Based Neighborhood Partnerships at the Department of Homeland Security in April, and then he became part of the network, including the White House Federal Emergency Management Agency. It's kind of unbelievable, isn't it?
Nothing but the best people. Yep.
Slums are caused by one simple thing. Boner candidate number 2.
You tell me these stories, and I just remember all the time that I could never get elected to anything in this state.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. I don't think this is a family value.
All right, Big Boy News, Opinioendo, then boner candidate number 3. News brought to you by...
Hey, Lushes.
Yeah?
Home bartenders.
Oh.
Mixologists. Get cocktail-making accessories like shakers, all-natural cherries. Ooh, they have those Luxardo cherries.
Yeah, Luxardo.
And bitters at Boozetique, located at 315 East Broadway, open 11-ish to 7 p.m.
I'm just checking here. Let me see.
Okay.
Charles Manson. Looks like he's still... Yes, he's still clinging to life.
Okay.
There he is.
Still clinging to life in Bakersfield, California.
He's going to ruin Gina's
still,
Deadpool.
Still clinging.
No, he's not.
Clinging to life.
We've got 6 weeks for him to die before the end of the year.
He's tough.
So Gene Simmons, was he a boner winner yesterday?
Yeah. He went to boner fight, but did not win the boner.
He has been banned for life from Fox News.
From Fox News.
What does it take to get banned for life from Fox News?
I'm about to tell you. After claims that he insulted and taunted staff members. Simmons was appearing on a pair of shows on the conservative news network, Fox and Friends and Mornings with Maria, and he's on these kinds of shows on Fox a lot. He was on to promote his new book, On Power. According to a Fox News source speaking to the Daily Beast, Simmons barged in on a staff meeting, unbuttoned his shirt, and exposed his torso, shouting, "Hey, chicks, sue me!" He also told jokes about Michael Jackson.
You have money?
He also told jokes about Michael Jackson and pedophilia, or as it's written here, pedophilia. And made mocking remarks about the intelligence of staffers. His behavior has now seen him banned from the building and further Fox News shows. He has not commented on the claims. Okay. Way to go, Gene.
It doesn't sound like anything that I would do.
Well,
because my gut in old age has
just
become pronounced.
Gene's an always shirt guy.
No,
don't ask me how I know that.
He just exposed his chest, though.
Always shirt, always glasses.
Senate Republicans' tax bill would hand millionaires a big tax cut.
Yep.
But hike the bill for families making between $75,000 over the next decade, according to a report out by congressional analysts. These are nonpartisan. This is a nonpartisan office that analyzes every spending bill that goes forth. And they say this: while President Trump and GOP lawmakers continue to say that this will be a big break for the middle class, the report by the Joint Committee on Taxation said, no, just the opposite. Tax hikes for households earning between $10,000 and $30,000 would start in 2021 and grow from there. Families earning $30,000 to $75,000 a year would also be forced to pay more in taxes by 2027, even though those earnings and those earning more than $100,000 would still get a big break. The main reason that the poor and working class will take such a big hit is Senate Republicans' decision to end Obamacare's individual mandate that people buy health insurance or face a penalty. The provision would lead to roughly 13 million people uninsured, including those who bail on Obamacare voluntarily. Many of that number don't make significant money and get tax credits and subsidies from the government to help them pay for health insurance. health insurance premiums rise, people choose not to buy them, tax breaks go away, and then we're screwed. But Senator Hatch said, no, that's not true.
This is crap.
It's crap.
Anyone who says we're hiking taxes on low-income families is misstating the facts, or it's crap.
Crap.
Obviously, we have no intention of raising taxes on those families.
Well,
every Republican on this committee has been committed to providing tax cuts for every income cohort.
Well, it's not happening. It's not the way it's written, Orrin. I don't think you've read it, Orrin.
The committee, so Hatch said people don't have a choice about whether to buy insurance under the GOP plan, and if they choose not to, it's their, well, they do have a choice, but if they choose not to buy it, it's their decision to forfeit the subsidy.
That's what they always go to. We didn't raise their taxes. You could buy insurance if you want. It's not our fault if that's totally up to you whether you buy it. That's the thing they always go to.
Did we take away their money? No, said Representative Mike.
Yeah.
In their mind,
technically,
it's your choice how you spend your money.
Yeah.
Oh boy, they're just the worst.
Senator Ron Wyden said, he's a Democrat, what's happening now is shameful. I don't know how anybody can go home and explain why it's a good idea to hike taxes on parents who barely stay afloat to pay for a massive corporate bailout.
Yeah, tell us again how you're the party of everyday Americans.
And that woman yesterday, that representative who was questioning the committee, and she said, now let me understand this. Under current tax law, teachers who spend their own money on paper and pencils and supplies for schools, they can deduct that from their taxes. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. But when this tax bill is passed, that deduction will be disallowed. Is that right? Yes, that's true. They will no longer be able to deduct those. But big businesses and corporations, she said, who buy those same kinds of supplies for their offices and employees, will they be able to deduct that?
You bet.
These big businesses? Yes, they will. So who is that? Who does that hurt? Teachers who make $32,000 a year, $45,000 a year, maybe up into the 50s when they've been there a long time.
There's another one in the tax bill. Tax break for private aircraft. You know, those small planes that all those coal miners, those coal miners have all those small planes. They're going to get a break on that. That's who voted them in. They're going to help us.
I got to get to this story, but let me check. Charles Manson is still clinging to life.
Still clinging to life.
The Defense Department misfired a tweet yesterday, mistakenly retweeting a call for President Trump, Al Franken, and Roy Moore to step down.
Yay!
The message appeared briefly on the department's Twitter feed, and it really did. It said, the Defense Department is calling on Roy Moore, Al Franken, and President Trump to step down. Somebody,
oops. Yeah,
somebody got in there into their Twitter feed and did it. It's probably an employee, but they haven't said who. And, when you are talking to your kids about humility and, how to approach things like, if you do something nice, what should you expect anything back? Generally, you would teach your kids, and I know I have, and you should do things nice for people and not expect a thank you.
Absolutely.
You do it because it's the right thing to do. You shouldn't expect a reward. You shouldn't expect a thank you. So Donald Trump, when he was in China, there were 3 American basketball players, college players in China. I don't know for what, anyway.
Exhibition.
And they were in a mall in China, and they shoplifted some sunglasses. I don't know. And they got caught. And they were facing the possibility of jail time in China. 10 years, I think, was.
They don't mess around.
They could have done up to 10 years. And they said, oh, God, we're sorry. Chinese officials are not really, but Donald Trump apparently said to the Prime Minister of China, or the Premier, could you do something about this? And he did. He said, okay, I'll make sure that they can go home. And the players did. They got back home to Los Angeles. And Donald Trump immediately is tweeting once they got out, I wonder if they'll remember to thank me when they give their press conference. Are they going to thank me? Because they were scheduled to hold a press conference. I hope they thank me.
They did.
They did.
Yeah, but he jumped on that first.
Yeah. That's the kind of person Donald Trump is.
Wrong.
All right.
Let's see. You want anything else? Another story? How about Sylvester Stallone?
Well, more sex abuse.
Denying reports that he and a bodyguard sexually assaulted a 16-year-old fan in Las Vegas in the 1980s.
They didn't do it.
Yeah. Young woman did not press charges, the report said, because she was humiliated and ashamed and scared. No action was taken. Now, Sylvester Stallone says, categorically false.
Didn't do it.
Yeah, didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
That's what he said.
Through a spokesperson. Translator.
Yes, his spokesperson said, I think he said he didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
What?
Didn't do it.
No, I think he said, he's saying he's a category 5.
Category denied.
You're a carrot with a what?
Category denied.
Paregoric. Now, let's Sly. Let me handle this, Sly.
Okay.
He didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Sports weather trip. Oh, no, we'll do sports with Tom.
Tom Hackett coming up.
Radio from Hell Theater.
Yay. Weather brought to you by The Ruin and Sugar House, a modern bar open daily from noon to 2 a.m. featuring new food items, DJs, live music, located on Wilmington Avenue. Ruin, work is the curse of the drinking class. So the rain's let up a little bit, and that's making for less rain for our weather report and less rain for our traffic report. Things have cleared up considerably. It was a bad early commute. Things seem to be getting better along the Wasatch Front. So if you're just now leaving the house, you missed most of the bad stuff. So good for you.
I got boner candidate number 3 here.
Brought to you by Get Unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback credit card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
All right. So I'm just checking on Charlie again, Charles Manson. And by the way, did you know that he has several children?
Yeah. I read the book, Bill. I keep telling you I read the book.
Charles Luther Manson, Valentine Michael Manson, and Charles Manson Jr.
Yep.
I'd be changing my name.
No, they're proud little Mansons.
Here's boner candidate number 3. I don't think this is a family value. An Ohio Republican state legislator who consistently touts his faith and his anti-LGBT stances and his family values resigned this week after being caught having sex with a man in his office.
Oops. It was for research.
Representative Wes Goodman, who is married, was reportedly seen by someone who is not a staffer having sex with a man inside his Riffle Center office. The witness told Ohio Chief of Staff Mike Ditto, Mike Ditto in the Riffle office, the situation early Tuesday afternoon, according to the Columbus Dispatch. Ditto told House Speaker Republican Cliff Rosenberger, who met with Mr. Goodman, Representative Goodman, and shortly after that meeting, Mr. Goodman resigned due to inappropriate conduct. This comes as a surprise to many of his constituents because Representative Goodman has consistently spoken about natural marriage between a man and a woman, about family values, and he has described himself as Christian, American, conservative, Republican.
It's always them.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yep.
Boner candidate number 3. Yeah, I don't think this is a family value.
All right. Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, hijab humiliation. A young student in Tennessee having her headscarf removed in front of the class and then having it videoed and Snapchatted and posted online, and it was humiliating for her. Boner candidate number 2, slums are caused by one simple thing. That's Homeland Security official Jamie Johnson, who has quit after it was revealed that he said, among other things, slums can be blamed on lazy blacks. And boner candidate number 3, I don't think this is a family value.
All right, so there you go. Let's get to voting. This is round 2 of your boner voting. Okay. So you got to decide which of these 3 candidates deserves to win, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it goes up against the winner of round 1. Boner fight happens at 9:25. So decide 1, 2, or 3. Which one should win? Put the candidate number of the one you think should win in the message of a text. Text that to our short code 33986. That's one way to vote. Another way is with your voice. Phone 877-602-9696. Or you can go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Round 2, November 17. And vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It should appear. You've only got 4 minutes to get your votes in. Let's go. It's round 2 of the boner voting.
The music starts at 10 with a 1-hour nonstop music wingding on X96.
We found a pair, my wife found a pair, I should say, of clown shoes at the DI. A giant
Sad
pair.
dead clown.
That's immediately what I thought was dead clown.
How else do they end up
I went right to dead
What's
clown.
sad, what's sad about a dead clown? I know that's a day of celebration.
Depends on where you find him.
Yeah.
If you find him in the forest, that's kind of sad.
It's a gigantic pair. I think they were, I'll take a picture of them and present them next week.
She bought them?
Yeah, for my kid. Giant pair of, they're plastic, but they're meant to be, you can wear them. A giant pair, and I think they're pastel, like baby blue clown shoes.
Isn't there a law that says clown shoes should always be red?
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
they're red.
to
The
me they
nose
were-
is red. The shoes are red.
It seems to me they were, yeah.
And was he excited about the clown shoes?
Well, thrilled.
Congressman Bozo would like to put forth the following law: that clown shoes will always be red.
You know, I proposed this many years ago. I think we should have a National Clown Day where everyone in the United States, by law, everyone, by law, is required to wear a clown costume. And I mean everyone, from the president to the members of Congress.
You wouldn't do that.
If it was a law,
you would stay home.
police officers in your home, people could come and knock. Authorities would come and knock on your door, dressed as clowns, and say,
Clown check.
"Are you? Yeah, exactly. Are you in there? If you're not dressed as a clown, you're going to clown jail."
You see, this is why Bill would be an excellent Republican. He fails to see the constitutionality, and that's why
the Constitution is suspended for one
day.
One day, maybe a week. A week.
What is the purpose of everybody being a clown?
It would humble all of us. It would humble all of us. We would all become clowns.
That's why you won't do it.
I can see exactly.
I think National Clown Week, and
Really?
everyone has to dress as a clown for an entire week. You'd have to go to old folks' homes and dress the retirees and the shut-ins as clown. Even if it meant just as something as simple as just putting a nose on them.
Question.
Yes.
What about people in comas?
Yes.
Because they need to be humbled. If you've ever met a bunch of people that are up
surgeons, people performing surgery, and the patients, everyone. And now a surgeon, he couldn't wear the big dumb gloves, but he could maybe have to have a nose on under the mask. All of that.
All right.
Right? I think I'm gonna. You elect me, the mayor of Salt Lake. I'll start it in Salt Lake. It'll be Salt Lake Clown Week, and everyone in Salt Lake will have to dress as a clown.
Now, luckily, I live in unincorporated Salt Lake, so
That's you'll be. But if you come into my city,
all right,
no clowning around.
Oh.
All right.
That's where the term clown fever will come from. People who are sick and won't come in.
Gina Barberi. Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 8:46, time to award round 2 of your boner voting.
And round 2 of the boner voting is brought to you in part by Little Delicious Roasted Potatoes.
And looking for a stress-free place for your holiday or birthday parties? Go to Fat Cats. Great food, bowling, glow-in-the-dark mini golf, arcade prizes, fun for all ages. Fat Cats will work with you to customize the most entertaining party. Book today at fatcatsfun.com.
We had boner candidate number 1, hijab humiliation. Young student in Tennessee being forced to remove her head covering, her head scarf, and it was videotaped and posted to Snapchat.
Because that's funny.
Yeah. Boner candidate number 2, slums are caused by one thing. It's a Homeland Security official hired by the Trump administration who has now left the Department of Homeland Security when it was revealed that he said, among other horrible things, that slums were caused by lazy blacks. And boner candidate number 3, I don't think this is a family value. A Republican state legislator, a family values legislator in Ohio who has quit because he was caught having sex with a man in his office. So let's see. Some pretty scary candidates there. Michelle won a Gracie's gift card, and the winner, kind of going away with it, I guess, was boner candidate number 2. Slums are caused by one simple thing.
There you go. That is your round 2 winner, and it goes forward to Boner Fight up against the winner of round 1. Boner Fight happens at 9:25. One of those 2 will become Boner of the Day.
So look who's here.
Yes. Do we have a sponsor?
Of course. Get unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback credit card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
My finger slipped.
Got an itchy finger over there, boy.
Yep.
Of life in Australia. So if you're young and if you're healthy, why not get a boat and come to Australia?
Here is our friend from down under. It's Tom Hackett, a former University of Utah punter extraordinaire. Won the Good Guy Punter Award. What is it?
Ray Guy.
Good Guy?
The Ray Guy.
I didn't have the name in my mind at all.
He's a good guy, but he won the Ray Guy.
The Some Guy Punter Award.
That's funny, Bill.
And Tom is here. He now works for ESPN AM 700, and he is on the air every weekday afternoon from 2 to 6 p.m.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
And so let's, I guess we talk University of Utah. I know that Weber State, I know who they're playing.
He always wants to talk about Weber when you're here.
I just want to mention them. That
they're doing well.
Yeah, very well. They're playing Idaho State tomorrow.
Here, Bill. Tom, let's help him out with this, okay? He'll like this. Do you know who the first game the Utes have next year on the season?
Well, I'm guessing, Gina, by your clever lead-in, it's Weber State.
We'll have lots of fun talking about that game next year.
And then Utah State is playing Hawaii.
Hawaii, okay. The Rainbow Warriors, they call that.
They talked about changing that name, but they didn't?
Not yet, no.
Okay. All right.
On to bigger and better things. Utah are playing Washington up there in Seattle. So it's a very good Washington. They've only lost 2 games on the year. They lost a game to Stanford last week. They couldn't stop Bryce Love. Neither could Utah earlier on in the season. But Utah's got quite a big task set in front of them to go up to Seattle. It's going to be raining. It always does up there. And beat the Huskies. You know, they don't tailgate. So I know, Gina, we were talking about this the other week. They sailgate in Seattle.
They're so close to the water, they just have boats.
Which is quite...
sounds fun.
Quite cool, I would say. Unless it's raining, then somewhat miserable. But
I don't know, you get a belly full of sausages and beer, and then on a boat that's rocking back and forth. Aren't there people heaving off the side?
I would assume so, yes.
Let me ask you about playing in the rain, which you have done, I assume.
Yes.
And as a punter, what sort of complications does that mean for you?
Well, for myself and for everybody else, I would imagine the ball gets quite heavy. The leather of the football kind of gets saturated by the water and therefore creates a heavier football. And if you're throwing it, catching it, or running the football, or in my case, kicking it, of course, then it poses its own problems. It does become somewhat more slippery. The gloves they use designed for dry weather, so when it gets slippery, that's why you see, or when it gets wet, I should say, and the ball gets slippery, that's why you'll see a lot of the guys that normally will wear gloves not wearing them.
They take them off, huh?
They take them off because it kind of defeats the purpose.
I didn't think of the heaviness. I thought, well, the ball gets slippery, but as it gets saturated with water, it actually absorbs it, and that's interesting.
The Running Utes last night, the basketball team had their first real test. They played Missouri, and they beat them. However, the arguably best player in all of the land stayed back in Missouri due to injury. Michael Porter Jr. is expected to go either 1, 2, or 3 next year's NBA draft, and everybody out here locally was very excited to be able to see him play, yet he wasn't able to. However, Utah were able to get the win. I do think Missouri is a very good basketball team. With Michael Porter Jr., they showed their deficiencies without him. However, they could well be a team that makes the NCAA tournament and knocks off someone somewhat decent, which, when you look back, will obviously look better on Utah's end. And then you've got the Jazz, who stink without Rudy Gobert. They lost to the Knicks. Yeah, this would have been maybe 2 nights ago now. And now tonight they get ready to face the Brooklyn Nets. So
isn't it interesting? So Hayward goes to the Celtics, right?
Correct.
And then he breaks his leg and he's out. But the Celtics, I think they have the best record in basketball.
They're doing very well.
They didn't need him.
I mean, it's weird. They thought he was going to kind of, but it's turned out. I mean, I'd be wondering if I were Gordon, if I had a job. I guess they don't need me. Maybe I'll have to go back to Utah.
He seems to be tweeting still. He watches the Boston Celtics when he can from the comfort of his couch, or I believe he went to the game for the first time last night. So he seems to be doing decent. He doesn't get paid nearly as well as he does when he
They drop the pay if you're
There's an
out.
insurance policy that the NBA kind of sets apart. So he's getting just $11 million.
Poor thing. How's he getting by?
I know. He should have been making 27 or 29.
Is the prognosis, because I know that was a bad break, but the prognosis is he will be able to rehabilitate and play? Okay.
Yes. So they're saying he'll be back come next year. But no luck this year.
And did I see you talk to Alex Smith?
We spoke with Alex Smith.
This is Tom Hackett, by the way, ESPN 700.
We spoke with Alex Smith Wednesday.
Yeah.
Today's Friday. So Wednesday we spoke with Alex, the Kansas City quarterback, the old Utah quarterback from back in the Fiesta Bowls days. It's the 03, 04, 05
Urban Meyer days.
Urban Meyer days, yeah. I'll take you back in time. And he was fantastic. We kind of grilled him on... He's 33 now, so he's getting older with age, but he's arguably having the best season of his career. He threw his first interception last week, and so we were able to talk to him about all sorts of stuff, from diet to workout resume to how he prepares mentally and all that good stuff.
Wasn't Alex Smith, he majored in something substantial too, didn't he?
Economics. He got his degree in 2 years, so yeah, he's a savant, if you say.
He's a pretty smart guy as well, yeah.
If you want to check that interview out, ESPN700sports.com.
ESPN700sports.com.
Correct.
That's where you'll also find Tom Hackett every day, ESPN 700 AM on your dial. From 2 to 6 in the evening. There you go.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, see you next week.
All right.
A few issues. Things are better, but crash on the connector ramp from westbound I-80 to go I-15 southbounds. Traffic slow in that area. Crash northbound I-15 near 2100 north in Lehigh. All lanes blocked, or while crews are moving cars from the left side of the freeway to the right. Delays are back to American Fork, and some residual slowage up and down the Wasatch Front due to the wet weather. That's traffic. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Their team of technicians, highly trained oil changes, tire rotations, radiator services, and more. JiffyLubeUtah.com for discount services and nearest locations.
All right, thank you. My grill on my back porch is covered, so the rain don't matter.
You grill all year long.
I grill year long. There is no grilling season for me.
Me either.
It is year round. And what's great about Omaha Steaks is that you can get your steaks there year round. But this time of year, they put together these great deals like the family gift pack. For $49.99, you're going to have people over for the holidays. You might as well stock up on some meats. and stuff, because it's not just meat that they do. I know it's Omaha Steaks, but they do all kinds of, they do seafood, poultry, pork, veal, lamb, veggies, desserts, appetizers, pastas, soups, all kinds of stuff. Go to their website and you'll see it all. But when you're there, go to the website, omahasteaks.com, enter the code X96 in the website search bar. So it's like you're searching their website for us, for X96, and you'll find this deal. It's 75% off. All for $49.99, the family gift pack. Here's what you get. 2 filet mignons, 2 top sirloins, 2 boneless pork chops, 4 boneless chicken breasts, 4 kielbasa sausages, 4 burgers, 4 potatoes au gratin, 4 caramel apple tartlets, the Omaha Steaks seasoning packet, and because we love you, they're going to throw in 4 additional kielbasa sausages for free. Wow. So go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code X96 in their website search bar, and you'll get 75% savings. The gift is guaranteed to be a hit.
Dashboard Confessional, December 4th at the Complex.
I didn't see any of this. I just heard it secondhand.
I had a major breakthrough with Gina this weekend when we were in L.A. I got her drunk 3 times.
He did.
And it wasn't hard, really.
It cost him a total of $10 for all 3 times.
Each time. He's a cheap drunk.
Well, see, this is a little secret. You don't take a girl to dinner and then drinks. You always take her to drinks first.
Sure.
Because she's drinking on an empty stomach.
Yes, she is.
Now, you tell me what you remember, and I'll fill in the holes.
Well, I remember...
Because there were some things that she said that she doesn't remember.
I think you're making stuff up to make me think I was drunker than you think I am.
I'm not making anything up. I don't need to.
To make you thinker than I drunk I am.
Yeah.
So the first night we were there, Bill was with his family doing family stuff, so Carrie...
Every night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Carrie was babysitting me.
Because Gina has to have somebody babysit.
Because I was all alone.
Usually it's both of us, Carrie and I. And when it's Carrie and it's me babysitting Gina, it's like those old cartoons with the little devil on one shoulder and the good angel on the other shoulder. Carrie, of course, being the little devil.
Carrie's been trying to get me drunk for years.
Well, I begged you to start drinking.
Yeah.
And I
wasn't doing it on my own.
And I always say, no, you don't have to.
It's okay. So we go to Trader Vic's, which is in the hotel.
It's connected to. It's
an old hotel, so there's no straight route to get to Trader Vic's. You have to wind through hallways and...
Because they never do things like that in new buildings.
No, well, it just...
Sure been around a lot, haven't you?
It was a circuitous route to get there.
Sure.
And we sit down, and Ben, the bartender, brings over the menu. And this is the menu of the drinks, not the menu of the food.
Trader Vic's, famous for its big frou-frou.
Fruity drinks. Drinks served in coconuts with parasols and giant chunks of, watermelon and pineapple.
You can buy Trader Vic's syrups and things for drinks.
And I said, well, I'd like a margarita because that's whenever I do actually have a mixed drink, that's the one I have. And I said, do you think I can get one?
She doesn't have a real margarita. She has a snow cone, essentially.
Yeah, because a real margarita is not blended.
No.
So I said, well, I'd like that. And Carrie said, well, I'm sure he can make you that. And I said, no, I'm here. I'm going to order something off the
You
menu.
go, girl.
Empowerment. So she ordered, what was it? I don't know. It was called some kind of rum punch thing.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't know what
I don't remember what it was called. Okay. It was it was in a tall glass. It was red. It looked like Hawaiian punch.
Had umbrellas and
had a
fruit
chunk of pineapple and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I had one.
Yeah.
And this is before the food, and then Carrie ordered another, and he made me get another. And that was it.
That was it. She was gone.
Where did she go?
Empty stomach, drink and a half. She was in outer space.
I was giggling, and I kept leaning on you, I think.
You did.
Did I touch you a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then you told me after the fact that I was saying
I want
things.
you to tell me what you remember. Then I will fill in the holes. What do you remember after that?
I remember I ordered a steak.
Uh-huh.
And
you like the steak.
The
you
steak
ate
was
you
good.
ate it all.
Yeah. And, lettuce wraps. I had some lettuce wraps.
She was proud of the fact that she had a lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
And this is all after one drink.
Yeah.
I had a fortune cookie with a misspelling on it.
Oh, did you save that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I have that. That's all I remember, really.
You remember going back to the room?
Did you guys go back to the same room?
Or did you just wake up in your room?
No, I went back there somehow.
You went back to your room and then you watched Dances with Wolves.
Oh, that's what I did.
That's what you do remember.
Because it was on HBO. Although I always have to turn it off when the white man comes, because that's when it gets sad.
I always have to turn it off. Which implies, of course, that she watches it over and over and over again.
Okay.
So that's what I remember.
That's what you remember. Okay.
What is she leaving out?
A lot.
What?
Giggling uncontrollably.
About?
Being drunk.
This is
I'm a naughty girl.
This is a drink and a half.
And I kept calling her.
I'm not exaggerating.
All I had to do to elicit, not kidding, 3 minutes worth of uncontrolled giggling was call her Drinky McWeather. That was all I had to do.
Well, see, it's working now and she's sober, so I think she's sober.
I have muscle memory from
Drinky McWeather.
How would it be possible for you to have muscle memory? It would imply muscles.
That's right. All through the rest of dinner, she just kept laughing when she wasn't eating, and she kept saying, "I'm not a cheap date. I'm not a cheap date." I said, "No, Gina, of course you're not. You drank on an empty stomach. It's more efficient that way."
But I never do.
I'm not a cheap date. I'm not a cheap date.
I never do that. I surprised myself how drunk I was on so little alcohol.
Now, the other thing she left out was when she was sober. When we were walking to Trader Vic's, that long walk that she talked about, there's a very long hallway to get there.
Yeah.
So now she's plastered, and we're heading back to the room. And she stops at the entrance to this long hallway, kind of teeters a bit, steadies herself with her elbow up against the wall of the hallway.
Good Lord.
And
you remember
says,
this? Yeah.
And says, "Man, that's a long hallway."
I had to work up the courage to walk down it.
Well, apparently your bar manager, Mr. Ben Chung at Trader Vic's at the Beverly Hilton, Mr. Ben Chung being the bar
That's
manager.
who waited on us.
Was it really?
It was Ben.
He's famous.
He apparently mixed you a fine drink.
Yes, he did.
Ben Chung. He's famous. He cared. He made my Mai Tai with love.
He
Ben
did.
Chung did.
I saw him add the love.
Because I went there later and had someone else mix me another Mai Tai, and it wasn't as good.
Wasn't Ben.
Ben's the guy.
Well, you should have taken it up with the general manager, Mr. Chai Rohana.
Also a good man.
Yeah.
I saw him. I saw the name Chai on his name
There
tag,
you
and
go.
I chuckled because I was like, I love to drink chai.
Yeah.
I wonder if he uses that.
He's the
Anyway,
general manager.
so I get her to her elevator because she was in a different wing of the hotel than we were. Get her to her
I
elevator.
don't remember this part at all.
She took my hand as if she was going to kiss it.
You're making this.
I'm not making this up. And said, Thank you so much, Carrie Jackson. Thank you.
Good Lord.
I'm not making that.
And
part
then, and given that, you put her on an elevator by herself?
I thought she'd be okay.
I'll bet she slept in the hall outside of her room for a good 2 hours.
I made it back and watched Dances with Wolves.
So
yeah,
the
for a
second-
while.
So the second night, I got her drunk out at the El Torito Grill, and she got in the car, and after she made me take her to Cheesecake Factory to get a slice of cheesecake to go,
Well, we were
Right.
we were on our way.
We were there.
she says, "I'm going to get this. I'm going to eat it on the way home." She said. Well, she laid down in the back of the car and fell asleep,
I didn't eat it.
and then didn't eat the cheesecake because it had been out too long. Yeah. Third night,
And you said I snored.
yeah, you did. It was so. She has a cute little snore. It's funny. And then the third was I got her drunk on good margaritas at Tortilla Joe's in downtown Disney, and made her walk around Disneyland drunk.
3 nights in a row.
You're still hungover, aren't you?
Not only do I never do that, I certainly have never done it 3 nights in a row.
Wouldn't you like to do it again now that you've done it?
I can be Drinky McWeather all the time.
You know, you can
Drinky.
do that at home every night if you want.
No, that's just sad, is what that is.
Why? I do it.
You call it sad, I call it fun.
Yeah, but you're not alone.
I call it relaxing.
You're not alone. It's sad when you drink alone.
You have a son?
Yeah.
Honey, go get Mommy a
Yeah.
drink.
Go get Mommy a Mai Tai out of the fridge. One of the cans of Trader Vic's.
I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect margarita. Favorites the used.
They're coming to town Saturday, November 25th at the Complex. Tickets are on sale at ticketfly.com and thecomplexslc.com, and we're giving some tickets away via a keyword, although this is a key number, I guess.
Key number?
Yeah. Text the number, the digit 7 to 33986. 96 texter wins tickets and a chance to qualify for a VIP package, including a whole bunch of stuff, including a chance to be on stage with the band if you're brave enough.
Yeah, now, don't say they're coming to town. They're coming home.
Well,
they're coming back home. I don't know where they've been, but they're coming back home to Seoul. So,
all right.
So that's the used.
Yes.
I don't know what this is.
You don't know what is.
Well, it says here.
New treat for Gina.
You brought something.
You brought it.
You said, this is your thing.
I've forgotten all about it.
This is your deal. Bill Allred.
Forgot all about it. So I was, I guess we talked about these on the air some time ago, but I had never seen them. And I was looking at some Oreos. I thought, well, maybe there's a different Oreo that I can get.
If you see the hot cocoa Oreos, pick those
Ooh,
up.
those sound good.
We haven't tried them. I'm hearing good things.
Those sound good.
But so I saw this and I thought, well, they sound good, but I'll bet Gina will think this is wrong. Fudge covered Ritz crackers.
Ooh. No, now.
But it's,
now
it's mixing of foods.
No. At Carrie Jackson. Remember when you got me?
Long time ago, I got you some chocolate-covered potato chips from Neiman Marcus.
Which I was surprised you ate.
Which were good.
And you loved them.
And I'm betting these are similar. I don't think this is a horrible idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Well,
I didn't know such a thing existed.
Depending on the chocolate, yeah.
I didn't either. So
if the chocolate's worth a damn, this will be yummy.
It looks like it's pretty good. It's not chocolate, Carrie. It's fudge. Okay.
Well, that means that there's no chocolate.
Yeah.
What is fudge? Fudge isn't chocolate?
Yeah, there's chocolate in fudge.
Yeah, but you can call something fudge that it doesn't need to have chocolate. I don't know. I'm sure there are rules. I don't know.
Is it delicious chocolate flavoring?
Is there cocoa?
There's cocoa powder. In
okay,
it.
all right.
Okay. So.
All right. Well, let's have a go.
All right. Well. Okay, I'll bring it to you.
Here.
There you go.
All right.
There they are.
Now.
They smell good.
Chocolate-covered Ritz crackers.
There you go,
all right. I think this is a wonderful idea.
Not chocolate-covered, fudge.
Fudge-covered.
I grabbed 3 because I feel I'm that confident that this will be tasty.
I got one. They're great. They are great.
Well, everything's better on a Ritz.
Everything's better covered in fudge. Everything's better when it sits on a Ritz.
Cracker. Good cracker.
It's good because it's the salty and the sweet.
It's
that is good.
It's got a very different taste, though. I mean, it's really kind of cool.
Now, here's what you do. Now, somebody says that these are around for a few years, but they're only through the holidays.
Oh.
And somebody says, my mom used to make peanut butter and Ritz sandwich crackers dipped in fudge. So she'd put the Ritz in the peanut butter, and then she would dip them in fudge.
There is
These are tasty. I approve.
There's a recipe on the back for a Ritz triple-layer chocolate pie, which you can make at home in 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
Now, you have to refrigerate it for a while when you put it together.
I approve. I approve of this snack.
Oh, man, this is good.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
I just ate one, and I think I'm going to try and limit myself to one but boy, they take.
Because here's the problem today. So the nice folks over at Live at the Eccles brought us bagels this morning, which you're not supposed to eat.
You're not supposed to eat bagels?
Just because they're...
That's all, just nothing but carbohydrates.
Yeah, well.
So I ate a whole bagel, and now I'm eating these fudge-covered Ritz, and...
You're going to lunch.
I'm going to lunch with Daddy Tom.
So you'll have to have something deep fried because you won't eat anything else.
And then it's girl shopping weekend.
Yeah,
which involves going out to eat and drink and.
This isn't that horrible. 4 crackers is considered a serving.
Okay. How many?
160 calories.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Not so bad.
8 grams of fat.
I won't eat. If I just eat 2, then that's
23 grams of carbs, though. That's the big.
I'm having a lot of carbs.
I don't know. This is kind of a small box. How many are in there? It doesn't say on the box, but what are the?
I don't know.
It look like 24. About 24 crackers, probably. You could sit with a glass of milk and this box and eat the entire box of crackers, couldn't you?
I could.
Yep.
Easily. Keep them away from me or I will.
They're good.
Oh,
it does say right on the box, limited edition.
Limited edition.
So then you feel like you have to eat a lot of them because you're like, I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, you got to go buy boxes and boxes of them to make them last throughout the year.
Put them in your food storage.
I do like the seasonal foods, though. I mean, the things that show up.
Have you got your turkey, your turkey shaped butter yet?
No.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I need to get that.
Yeah, you can. I think Sprouts has them, and I know.
All right.
Pirate O's has them.
I'll look for them.
It's it's butter that's been molded into the shape of a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Other seasonal things. Autumn, proflowers.com.
Yeah.
I got my, I want to make sure I got the right one. A dozen autumn roses.
I love the autumn colored flavor.
Flavored?
There's a flavor.
Those roses are delicious.
The autumn colored flowers.
Well, they smell wonderful. They're red, orange, and yellow. It's a bouquet of red, orange, and yellow flowers. So they're autumn themed. There's also 100 autumn blooms available. The cinnamon cider roses are a great option. And this is a great time. Here's what you do is you go to your computer right now, proflowers.com, click on the blue microphone, type in X96, and it'll take you to the place where you can see these flowers. And what you need to do is send them ahead to where you're going to
Great
Thanksgiving
idea.
dinner so that you can have the flowers there. That's a great pre-Thanksgiving kind of a thing. And here's the deal. You just need to use the code X96, and you will get 20% off of any ProFlowers unique bouquets of $29 or more. They're guaranteed to stay fresh for at least 7 days, so your money back. I've had them last much longer than that. And you control the delivery date. So go to get 20% off of all bouquets, $29 or more, go to proflowers.com and use the code X96 at checkout. So proflowers.com and the code X96. Hi there, it's Kerry Jackson. Geek Show is me and all my best friends sitting in my basement studio, drinking, laughing, and talking about the stuff we love. Sci-fi, movies, TV shows, comic books, toys, games, and more. Get a new Not Safe for Work episode every Monday morning.
Gina wearing a turtleneck sweater today.
Covering up her hickeys. That's what people do.
It's interesting. People don't wear turtlenecks very often anymore.
Unless they're covering up hickeys.
You got something against hickeys?
That's why I used to have a dickie.
To cover your hickey?
To cover the hickey. It was my hickey dickie. I mentioned to Dickie the other day, and I don't think anyone knew what I was talking
I
about.
don't think anybody has them anymore.
Dickie is now a clothing brand, and that's what it's known for.
As a matter of fact, that's what I said. Somebody said to me, "Oh yeah, I love Dickies. Their coats and their pants," and I went,
"Yeah,
no, I'm
an
never
actual
mind.
Dickie.
Never mind.
It's a fake shirt.
Dickie was a fake sweater. Was it a fake shirt
It's a
or
collar. Sweater?
You did
It's a
both?
fake sweater.
Fake sweater.
It was to make it look as though you were wearing a turtleneck
under your vest or jacket
or your shirt or whatever. Yeah, to make it look as though you were wearing a. It was really a stupid idea.
It was a dumb idea.
I had one, I think, for some reason.
But they were everywhere. It seems like I knew everybody had one.
Yeah.
Nobody wore them, but everybody had one.
It's a stupid idea.
Well, turtlenecks are stupid unless you're the Gorton's fisherman.
It's true.
Maybe I'm going fishing later.
Yeah, sure.
No, you're not. You're going to be way too warm in that.
You think?
Yeah.
You're dressed up for people today, aren't
We're
you?
seeing people.
Mm-hmm.
I've never worn this sweater, and I thought, I'll wear that.
Yeah, you'll be too warm. You'll be
Well, it's
uncomfortable.
too late now.
You're going to be sweating and sweating. It's going to be in your folds and everything.
I don't have any folds.
Of course not. She's a lady.
Yeah.
I'm smooth top to bottom.
Roads and traffic with Gina Barberi on X96.
All right, Dr. Paul White.
Yes?
Last night, speaking of Ritz crackers,
Uh-oh.
I served fried bologna on Ritz as appetizers for the White She-Devils book club discussion on Hillbilly Elegy.
That's Hillbilly Canapes, all right.
I'm reading Hillbilly Elegy right now.
Yeah, Spencer Cox talked about that book. What's
Well,
the
he
big-
had him come
Right,
to
what's-
town.
What's the big deal with it?
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see. So it's this guy who grew up a hillbilly and went to Harvard. So like he's got both sides of it.
So he went to a very prestigious Ivy League school wearing overalls and bare feet.
Actually, it was a barrel with
Oh, it was a barrel, okay.
suspenders.
All right.
And so he still has family that are hillbillies.
Yeah.
And it's me ever trying to understand the Trump voter.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what he...
Is he still a hillbilly at heart?
Yes.
He's still a conservative?
No, but he's... But
He's not a conservative
These are people he loves.
So
and
you're
he
saying people who are educated become liberal and people who are uneducated are
That's
conservative
not,
Trump
no,
voters?
I'm talking specifically about him. It talks about their economic situation, their employment situation, what leads to them. Because don't you always say, how can these people, because they're not dumb. How can these people vote for him? How can these people vote? against their best interests. And it happens time and time again. And I haven't finished the book yet, so I can't tell you why.
I blame Richard Nixon, but that's another story.
Well, you always blame Nixon.
Well, he's my go-to
for everything.
That's when I was younger and like I'd break something. Who did that? I didn't do it. Nixon did it.
It's really interesting. It's called Hillbilly Elegy.
All right. You'll have to tell me because I probably won't read it. Let's see. It's a boner fight coming up at 9:25 or so. But first, a little bit of news.
Okay.
A little bit of news brought to you by?
Little bit of news brought to you by Haster Games has the best selection of the latest board games, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, and more. It's a great place to stay and play. Remember, Haster has it, located 6831 South State, online at hastergames.com.
Great. Charles Manson's still clinging to life. Still alive. The co-star, one of the co-stars, I would say he's kind of the star of the Amazon. That's what Amazon series Transparent. Jeffrey Tambor, Hank Kingsley, as some of us will lovingly always remember him from the Larry Sanders Show. An actress on Transparent says that Jeffrey Tambor pressed his body against hers in a sexually aggressive manner and made inappropriate and unwanted sexual statements on the set of the show. Tambor says, no. Never.
He said that never happened.
Ever. Never. Tambor is 73. He plays the transgender matriarch of the Pfefferman family on Transparent, which streams on Amazon. The actress, Trace Lysette, who is herself transgender, said in a statement to Deadline on Thursday that when she emerged from wardrobe in a costume of a lingerie top and shorts for a scene with Tambor, he said, "My God, Trace, I want to attack you sexually." Lysette then said she and another actress laughed off the remark, but then Tambor approached her between scenes a few minutes later, came in close, leaned up against me, all of that.
Hey now.
And said, hey now. Hank says he didn't do it.
Hey now.
This was a story on CNN about child marriage and relating it actually to Roy Moore in Alabama, cruising for 13, 14, 15-year-old girls. But people looking disgust at that. How can so many Alabamans throw their support behind Moore? Well, Americans are appalled, unable to account for the bizarre responses. For example, the state auditor who likened Moore's situation to the biblical story of Joseph and Mary.
Oops.
Mary was 14, all of that stuff. Well, this story goes, or this piece goes on to talk about how many child marriages there actually are in Alabama and other parts of the country. It's not uncommon, in the slightest, not uncommon for girls 14, 15 years old to get married to much older men. It's also happened several times here in Utah. I think the age of consent for women in Utah until just a few years ago was 13, the marriage age.
Really?
Should call it, yeah.
Oh, you mean permission from the parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 13. And then I think they've upped that to the ripe old age of 16. But there was a big debate about it in the Utah State Legislature, and some people wanted to keep it at 13. And the argument was, well,
culturally,
if something happens and she gets pregnant, isn't it better that they get married?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That's probably the worst thing that can happen.
But that was the argument.
I can think of 2 or 3 other things that should happen before that should happen.
Oh, it's 15 in Utah.
And it's now 15?
That's what the guy is saying in the chat room.
Yeah, and
he looked it up.
But I'm sure I'm remembering this correctly, unless you doubt. We could go back and research it. But there were arguments like that here in Utah in the state legislature. Disgraced televangelist Jim Bakker claims that the phrase "Merry Christmas" has been banned by the government, but it's back because Christians brought it back. They outlawed.
Listen to what he says.
Listen, why does she do this? What is interesting about this? What Jim Bakker saying, or you yelling they make stuff up?
Listen to what he says.
They outlawed Merry Christmas a few years ago, and you know it, he said.
Outlawed.
You couldn't even say Merry Christmas at the Walmart, and the Walmart greeters told me they weren't allowed to say it. Bakker claimed, we all started writing, and that's what changed it. The comments were posted online by Right Wing Watch. Walmart, those are people, Gina, Right Wing Watch, who yell, they make stuff up. That's what they do. But you should join them.
Okay.
Because, Walmart.
I can't talk here, so I'll have to talk there.
I've paused to allow you.
Go ahead.
There are natural pauses in the
Go
conversation. Okay, I think I'm done with that story.
It's Boner Fight, the final round.
Oh, I didn't know this. Jim Baker hawks survivalist food and other doomsday prepper supplies to help a Christian survive in the coming tribulation.
The tribulations are coming.
All right, here are the boner candidates. The winner of round one was, I got a right to carry, open carry in church. This is the 80-year-old man in Tennessee, I think it was, in his church, and he's arguing that he has a right to carry his gun, which he has with him, and he's showing people his gun, and it goes off, shoots him through the hand, and the bullet lodges in his 80-year-old wife's stomach.
Good thing you brought that to church.
Yeah, they'll be okay. And boner candidate number 2, slums are caused by one simple thing. A Homeland Security official who has now quit and apologized because it was revealed, he said, slums are, we have slums because they're lazy blacks on welfare who do drugs. Yeah. That's number 2.
All right. There you go. You got to decide who is boner of the day. This is Boner Fight. 1 or 2, who should be boner of the day? Decide. Then put the candidate that you think should win. Put that number in the message of a text, 1 or 2. Then send that text to our short code, 33986. Real easy. You can call 877-602-9696 and vote with your phone, if you'd like, your voice. Or go to x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Fight November 17 and vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It'll appear. All right. You got less than 300 seconds to get your vote in for Boner of the Day. Here we go.
X96 gives you a 1-hour nonstop music wingding with John Smith right after Radio from Hell.
I'm a man. I'm a full-grown man. I'm a man. I'm a rolling stone. I'm a man.
And now, here are Carrie and Bill with another episode of Things Men Would Never Say.
I made it through the rain. I kept myself respected. I made it through the rain.
God, I just love Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
He is one heavy dude. Sing me a little bit more of that, would you, Carrie?
I can't. I'm starting to mist up, and it's too hard to drive when you're all teary.
Yeah. Where the hell are we anyway? I mean, you said you knew where the bookstore was. We're going to be late for the Terry Tempest Williams in-store book signing.
Well, I thought I knew, but I guess we're lost.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to pull over and ask for directions. Oh, by the way, how was your date last night?
Oh, fine, I guess. The spaghetti factory was good, as usual, but when we got back to her place, all she wanted was sex, sex, sex. I mean, I get so flippin' tired of that. Why can't some women realize that it's possible to be friends without having sex get in the way?
Well, I wouldn't have thought that she would be like that. I mean, she seems like one of the sensitive types. Well, you like her, don't you?
Well, yeah, I like her, but just not in that way. I mean, she seems like one of the sensitive types, you're right, but she doesn't really excite me sexually. I mean, for one thing, her breasts are just too darn big.
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but I know what you mean. What's your ideal woman look like?
Oh, that's really easy. That chick on Murder, She Wrote.
Angela Lansbury?
Yeah.
Just thinking about her, and I'm pitching a tent.
Yeah. Hey, hey, pull over here at the 7-Eleven, will you? And I'll ask for directions to the bookstore. Ah, dang, it's raining out. Have you got a rain hat that I can borrow?
Well, I couldn't find mine when I left the house, and so I just put this bread sack over my head.
All right, well, give me that then. That's going to look pretty silly, but I didn't spend 3 hours and $50 at the salon to have this hair ruined in the rain.
Hey, careful, don't slip. I made it through the rain. I kept my point of view.
Join Carrie and Bill again soon for more of the things men would never say here on X96.
I'm a man. I'm a full-grown man. I'm a man.
Boner of the day. Got to remind you about Diamonds Direct.
Our good friends over at Diamonds Direct, Lou and Derek and the whole gang at Diamonds Direct, getting ready for the Christmas shopping season. And remember, you have a new, better alternative for diamonds and jewelry in town. It's Diamonds Direct.
They're going to beat the price.
Yeah.
They're going to beat anybody's price.
They can do that because they import the diamonds that they cut themselves in Tel Aviv and send them here, and you'll have a great selection to choose from.
So they have this direct connection to the diamond cutters in Tel Aviv, and that's how they can charge so little for what they have. Great quality, lower prices. So if you're looking for jewelry for the holidays, don't buy any till you go to Diamonds Direct. See the beautiful showroom at 6400 South, right across from the Fashion Place Mall. It's Diamonds Direct.
All right. Boner of the day, brought to you by
Laziz Kitchen, offering modern Middle Eastern food, dips, salads, wraps, lunch, dinner, weekend brunch, daily fresh-baked pita, open Tuesdays through Sundays, located 9th South between West Temple and 2nd West, online at lazizkitchen.com.
So we had boner candidate number one. Well, I got a right to open carry in church, said the 80-year-old man who was showing off his sidearm, his gun, to people at his church, and he accidentally discharged the gun. It shot through his hand, and a bullet lodged in his wife's stomach. They were rushed to the hospital. They will recover. And boner candidate number two, slums, they're caused by one simple thing. That's a member of the Homeland Security Department who it was revealed, not while he's been there, he's new, but his name is Jamie Johnson. But in the past, he has said things like, "Well, slums. It's lazy black people who cause slums. On welfare and doing drugs. This is lazy black people who do. That's the cause of them." He has quit his job. All right.
He should never have another one.
He shouldn't have had that one in the first place. So we had Boner candidate number 1 and new 2. And let's see, Jaden won the Laziz Kitchen gift card. And the winner, number 2, slums are caused by one simple thing.
All right. And that is the winner of Boner of the Day today. And it is now candidate for Boner of the Week. We'll decide that coming up in our next break.
And now I want to say hi to our friend Jeanette Bott, who is from the Utah Food Bank. Well, I mean, you weren't born there.
Just about.
Feels like it some days.
It does indeed.
But Jeanette has been executive director. Is that your correct?
Actually, I'm chief development officer.
Chief development officer. How long have you worked for the food bank?
I've been on the payroll since 2009, but I've been involved since 1993.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking to you for a long time.
Yes. Jeanette started out, I believe, as a volunteer. And
it did.
Yeah. And because you knew firsthand what it means to be hungry, didn't you?
I do, and it's one of those things you never want to see parents or an individual go through.
Yeah, and so Jeanette volunteered, and now she's been with them for a long time. We're doing our holiday food drive for the Utah Food Bank. We've done this a number of years. It's at Teleperformance this Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. The 21st. And that's located at 8550 South, 1300 East.
It's an old Dan's, Richie keeps telling.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's in a strip mall there, and they're great people up there at Teleperformance. They're very nice, and they've hosted us for the food drive for a long time. And, of course, the morning show will be there, Radio from Hell, but the X96 will be broadcasting there most of the day. And what do we need to collect, Jeanette? What's the best thing?
Well, before I ask for anything new, I need to just definitely take time to say thank you for what you've done in the past.
Sure.
We looked at numbers over the course of the cumulative years, and you guys have provided over 63,000 meals to people in need in the state of Utah.
Oh, that's our listeners.
So, it is your listeners,
Yeah.
and for those who understand what it is that hunger is about, Utah Food Bank will never end hunger, but we fight hunger, but we have to do it collaboratively,
Yes.
with folks just like you. So thanks for those meals in the past.
Yeah. So what do we need this time?
As we go forward, everything you would buy for your family, another family would use.
Mm-hmm.
So as you shop, duplicate your purchases,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that might be. Recognize if you have food in your pantry, even if it has an expiration date and it's ready to be thrown out.
I think that's interesting. You brought that up before. Don't throw out food with the expiration date because a lot of times that's just for product rotation.
And
it doesn't mean the food's gone bad.
Exactly right. And you'd be surprised if you're a green bean, you've got about 4 years worth of nutrition in your can. If you're a tomato product, you've got about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So there are options for that product, and it might not be given to an individual perhaps, but we have farmers who take that product to feed the animals, and the animals then come to the food bank. So it's a way for us to use that product regardless.
You get really creative. You've gotten really creative over the years at the Utah Food Bank.
We do. The things we find challenge with is when grandma dies and they clean out the food storage and bring us 30-year-old beans. That kind of stuff doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we tend to see quite a bit of it. But nonetheless, things that are in your pantry that you're just not sure of, please don't toss that out. No, it can come to us.
Now, we always put on a big push for this particular food drive for turkeys and hams. And that's okay. I mean, that's because you need those things for the holidays at the Utah Food Bank, right?
We do need those things. But as you think of the product you're purchasing, what if you're a person who might not have a stove or an oven or a roaster pan and can't handle a frozen turkey?
Right.
So perhaps the ham is a better issue, or
Yeah.
a turkey breast that's pre-cooked. So you need to kind of give some thought just past the product, but to the end user.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, but we turkey breast, or I think I've seen them in Smith's. They have these frozen turkey breasts in a bag that you can just put in the oven, and you hardly have to worry about it.
And it's an easier process for folks who might not have the experience of food prep.
Yeah, and so it's this coming Tuesday, the 21st, at Teleperformance. Again, that's up on 1300 East at 8550 South. We'll be there at 6 o'clock. I think our friends from Zero Res will be there to clean your carpets in your car.
In your car, yeah.
If you bring a turkey or a ham. I think that was kind of the...
Yeah,
bring a turkey or a ham and you want the carpet clean, they'll do that. And Zero Res has been a big partner the last couple of years, haven't they?
They have for years and years. They've given great discounts, and they work throughout the Wasatch Front and been very helpful for us as well.
They've been collecting food. They come to your house to clean your carpet. They'll take food from you for the food
discount.
bank.
And I guess when you, for instance, I was at Sprouts the other day, and they have these grocery bags, and say, would you like to buy a grocery bag of food? And I did. I think a $15 bag of food or something. That goes to the food bank as well,
It's the
right?
food bank as well. Most of the major grocery stores throughout the holidays are doing something that's pertinent to food drives. Harmon's is the holiday sponsor this year, so any Harmon store has a barrel inside the front door, so you could purchase at Harmon's and drop it off there. And we were so thrilled. Last year at the holiday season, we had 493 food drives going at the same time throughout the state.
Pretty good.
So we're hopeful that we get back to that level again this year and recognize statewide.
All right, Jeanette Bott, Utah Food Bank, thanks for being here. Once again, we'll just remind you quickly, our annual food drive, it'll be this coming Tuesday at Teleperformance, 8550 South, 1300 East. We'll be there at 6 doing our show live.
It's not just us.
Yeah,
It's the whole day. Todd and John will be there as
So
well.
maybe you can come on your lunch break or something like that.
Turkeys, hams, canned goods, all of that stuff. Jeanette, thanks so much.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you. We've got, Boner of the Week coming up after these. Dave the Flower Guy will decide. First, though, we got to tell you about Black Velvet Boutique.
293 South State Street in Clearfield, or you can go to blackvelvetboutique.com. They're open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated sexual wellness resource. Black Velvet Boutique. This isn't a porn store or a novelty store. It's a sexual wellness resource for grown-ups who enjoy or who want to enjoy sex. They have free sex education workshops. A lot of other stores will charge for those. They don't, and they're locally staffed, and they want the customers to have a positive experience. But you can just shop anonymously if you're not comfortable talking to people. But know that you can. If you have questions, they're happy to help there. 7 days a week, they're open, 293 South State Street in Clearfield. You can go to blackvelvetboutique.com, or you can call them 801-525-1583. Black Velvet Boutique.
X96 and Mark Miller Subaru are excited to announce Suba Blue Cider in honor of Suba Blue, Mark Miller Subaru's adopted shelter dog. Suba Blue Hard Cider is available now through December.
There's a great a little video that I tweeted early this morning at RFH Bill.
Let me go look.
It's a little video of some mayor somewhere in Wisconsin, I think.
Yeah.
He's doing his Groundhog's Day thing with
Like
Jimmy
you.
the Groundhog.
Jimmy, that's
Sun
not a
Prairie-
groundhog name. It's not.
Why is Jimmy not a ground? Phil is a groundhog name.
Sure.
Why is Jimmy not a groundhog
Jimmy's
name? It's fine. If
Awfully
if
offensive
Princess,
about Jimmy.
good God, Gina, you derail the story.
Jimmy, that's not a ground.
Why does Carrie Fisher call her dog Gary? It's fine. Anyway, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, Jimmy the Groundhog, and the mayor Jonathan Freund is and he's an idiot. And I love the way they wrote this story on what is it, Gawker or Newsfeed? It's called Gawker's Newsfeed. Yeah. Low rent Punxsutawney Phil impersonator Jimmy the Groundhog has the easy task, or the easy annual task of predicting each February whether Sun Prairie, Wisconsin will experience 6 more weeks of winter. This year, the job got to him a little bit as he whispered his prognostication into Mayor Jonathan Freund's ear. The weather will be, got your ear, sucker! I'm biting your damn ear off. How do you like me now? He
He gets a hold of it too.
Yeah, he does.
He gets a good chomp in there.
Yeah. You watch the
He
watch the
keeps
little
going. The
video.
mayor keeps going, though. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, flinching from the savage attack on his soundy flaps, Freund attempted to translate the bite from groundhog to English. He didn't see his shadow, the shaken mayor stammered, so it will be in early spring. Jimmy's handler is obviously concerned about the integrity of the little biter's predictive record, later clarified that he had actually been attempting to indicate that winter would last another 6 weeks. It is Wisconsin, after all.
So the mayor got it wrong altogether.
Yeah. The mayor's office responded that only the mayor can translate Jimmy's prediction, the Milwaukee Sentinel-Journal reports. But it's a funny video. Watch the little
My
video.
question is, what kind of a mayor name is Jonathan? I mean, really?
It's a fine
that's
mayor
a terrible
name.
mayor
It's a
name.
fine mayor name.
No, that's a terrible name.
Jimmy is not a good name for a groundhog. Jimmy's a nice guy. Groundhogs are mean.
Gino, why don't you just shut up?
A texter points out Jimmy the Groundhog was part of the Gambino family.
Exactly.
That's your confusion. So
What?
Jimmy
Getting
is a
awfully
perfectly
defensive.
fine name for a groundhog. Who died and made you the namer of all things?
Not the namer of all things.
You sure act like it. No, Val Kilmer is not dead.
Yet.
And what kind of a name is Val for a Kilmer?
Exactly.
The Kilmers never named their children Val. What's wrong with them?
Okay, so boner candidate number one. Oh, here's Dave the flower guy.
Hello.
Whoa.
Dave,
Sorry, Dave.
Somebody has texted and wants to know how long has Dave been doing boner of the week, picking the boner of the week for us. And I think it's been close to 45 years, hasn't it, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels like that.
It feels like
It feels, yes.
Do you know, actually? You do know, don't you, how many years?
I think the second year you guys were on there, I started.
So about 20 years, probably. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Dave's going to select because we're not competent. We had boner candidate number one from Monday. He'll vote right. Hang on 1 second. I have to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's not right.
Are we missing a day?
Well, this all of them say boner candidate number one, but I think it goes this way. The first one is from Monday is, so how did you catch us?
Okay.
An Instagram post reported Thursday drew officers, it was the Provo High School vandals.
Right.
And they posted on Instagram some of their stuff, and they got caught. From Tuesday, he'll vote right. Representative Mo Brooks said that he will back Roy Moore no matter what. I don't care if maybe he did go out 14-year-old girl or molest 14-year-old girl. That's not the point. The point is, when he gets back to Washington, he'll vote right.
We all know what vote right means. That's code. You know that.
Boner candidate number 3, petty authority, run amok. That was the security guard big fat security guard in a golf cart at a mall, harassing a woman who was panhandling outside of the mall there with her young daughter in tow, and the security guard started calling her an illegal and said, "I bet you're on welfare," and on and on and on. Boner candidate number 4 from yesterday, you try living on a teacher's salary, was the special needs teacher selling heroin at school, and she was busted. And then boner candidate number 5 from today, I got a right to open carry in church. A guy who shot himself and his wife while displaying his gun in church. So, who's the winner, Dave?
Number 2.
He'll vote right.
You'll vote right. Yeah. That is Boner of the Week. All right.
You see? Dave knows how to do it.
Easy.
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Just quickly, I'm going to a play tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to go see our friend Dina Manzanares.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing the White Rabbit, Red Rabbit.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see.
I haven't been to another one yet.
Because you performed it.
I did the opening night
a couple of weeks ago, and now she's
doing it tonight. And so if you want tickets for that, you can just go to utahpresents. It's COM, I think, but it might be org. But Utah Presents. I'm sure there are tickets available for that.
And I would suggest, because that's one of 2 performances that Bill was in that I've bought tickets for this month. I don't know why.
By the way, I'm in Hamilton.
Yeah. I just bought tickets to that.
Haven't you seen him working on his moves?
I would suggest go to Dina's performance and plan on going out after with whoever you go with, so you can talk about it.
Because usually you do dinner and a show.
That's what we did, and after the show we all kind of stood outside, and the weather was bad, kind of like today, and we're shivering, going and wanting to talk about it. So I would plan your drinks or dinner or something after, so you can talk about it.
What do you mean you don't know why you bought tickets for something I was in? Didn't you have a good time at both of them?
Well, I haven't. The other one's on Sunday. I haven't had a good time at that yet.
Oh, didn't you have a good time on the one I'm doing coming up?
There are still tickets available for that if you want to go see John Cleese on Sunday at the Eccles, and Bill will be moderating. You get to watch. I'm almost more excited to see Holy Grail in that theater.
In the big
that will
theater,
be fun to watch.
I remember the first time I saw it, it was in the theater.
Me too. Well,
I was in Florida.
Yeah.
And there were 4 people in the audience. The guy I was with and 2 other people. The guy I was with, it was an actor friend of mine. We were laughing uproariously, and at one point we stopped laughing and realized that the other people were not laughing, and they got up about a third of the way into the movie and left.
Really? They didn't get it?
I guess they just were. They didn't think it was proper somehow.
Yeah. And the first time I saw it was on a VHS cassette copy in my English class.
In your English class, really?
It was Mr. Mackey, and that was his real name. Mr. Mackey. Mr. Mackey was teaching us about the King Arthur legend.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I know this sounds silly, but I'm going to use this to teach you the King Arthur legend. And so he'd hook us with the funny, and then he'd hit pause and go, now let me explain to you the Arthur legend.
That's a great way to go about it.
Yeah, I learned all of that. It took us about 3 days.
Why?
But,
why would he do that? That's not proper.
But I learned a lot. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Okay, well, let's do the promo then. And we'll get out of here.
Monday's Radio from Hell show is busy.
At 6:45, Amy Donaldson will give you your Thanksgiving week's sports guide.
At 7 a.m., the 3-Bit Gamer Show will list the must-haves for your holiday gaming gift-giving.
Sean Means comes in at 7:45 to review the movies opening on, before, and around Thanksgiving.
And then at 9, a keyword that could win you a flyaway to New York City to see LCD Sound System.
That's a huge Radio from Hell show on Monday. Listen to it here on X96.
All right.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a
Richie, is it you or John next? You think it's John? Okay. Because I haven't seen him.
And there's been a lot of traffic problems in
so
Tooele.
It may be Richie for a bit.
Richie for a bit. Coming up next.
All right. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Everything's better on a Ritz.
All right.
No?
Everything's better when it sits on a Ritz.
Yeah. Sits on a Ritz. That's it. Either way, it's a good cracker.
You good cracker.
All right, John, speaking of good cracker, John Smith is next.
A 1-hour nonstop music wingding starts now.